Buster Soft Drink introducing the Buster Hot Summer Wheels promotion. Win a brand new 2023 Honda HR-V plus over $40,500 in cash and prizes in our weekly draws. Just grab any bottle of Buster Turbo Energy Drink Classic Ginger Ale. Look for the 8-digit code on the bottle. Then visit Buster IG and FB at Buster Soft Drink Official.
Hi, my name is Jael John Baptist, representing the National Cooperative Credit Union Limited, and I'm just here to tell you that when you're done at the ATM, that receipt, just take it and recycle.
At Fresh Market Health, Beauty, and Cosmetics, we carry a variety of product lines that you know and love. Hurry upstairs of the store located on the bayfront and shop hair supplies, personal care, and household products.
You want edge control too? Shampoo? Bonnet? Okay.
Visit Fresh Market HBC today.
Hello, 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 hello. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Welcome. It's Saturday. It's Saturday. Yes. And we outside, right? Hello, hello, hello. No, we're inside, we're inside. We're inside, we're so inside. Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome everyone. Yes, yes. Hello, hello, hi guys. Yes, my people. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. I see you. Yes, Hendrika. See you. What's up, my girl? What's up? What's up? Indies in the house. Snooky. Let me tell you. Ollie, come on. Early sunshine. Yes. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Exclusive live interview right here with MFR. Yes. Overdue. I call it not overdue. Exclusive. We're gonna get Ollie Beth. Ollie story. Ollie, like I ask him all questions. Nothing off table. Right? We getting all the stories in just there. He laughing, he grinning, all his stuff outside. I don't believe them. I asking all questions today. Because let me tell you, like, I don't know if you don't know who MFR is, then you're young. You just born. If you don't know who MFR be, you just born. All right. Welcome. My name is Jael Joseph. Thanks for joining the Jael Joseph live show. We have an exclusive interview with MFR. Yes, this week seemed like it was a Northerners week. I want to big up every single person who has supported the show this week. Thank you very much for coming on every single time that I've been on. You're probably sick of me, right? You're probably sick of me. But thank you very much for your support. Those of you who came on I've had 3 shows this week. And I see some of you on every single show. I want to big you up, say thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We got a poll. It's a free poll running. Like, we got a free poll that's running, right? You're not going to win nothing if you answer the poll. We're just trying to get you involved in the show, right? And the poll asks, what does MFR stand for? Yes, and that is what the poll is. Okay, it's a free poll for participation, right? 93% of you have already responded and gotten it right. Right? 93% of you. But yeah, we on and we're ready. I have so many feelings going on because I've known MFR. Some of the members I've known all my life. And you know, like, I've known this band forever, and I feel honored that I didn't have to put a gun to their head for them to give me this interview. Yes. So thank you very much to the guys for allowing me to share their story. We may have difficulties because you know how this roll. You know, sometimes we have technical difficulties. I know Kijon's struggling with his audio. We have all kind of koshani going on, but you know, that happens. We have Chum on the line right now, Chum Dada. We have Saya is there. We have Benja. We have Kijon gonna be in and out, I guess. In and out. I don't know how we're gonna call it. If he in and out, he gonna be in and out. He gonna be there. Hopefully his audio's situation gets sorted out. But we're asking all questions. Nothing is off the table. All right. So we're asking all questions today. I suspect he's towing. So we're gonna have a good time. Thank you very much, guys. Those of you who have already started sharing the live, big up yourself. Got prizes to be won today. So 2 of you is it 2? I'm not even sure. What I say on the thing now? Is it 2 of you? How many of you now I said I'm gonna win today? Is it 2 or 3? I can't remember. I have to go back and check. But a few of you are going to win gift vouchers from that's from LA Girl Cosmetics. So I'm actually wearing all LA Girl today. Like my liquid liner, my eyeshadow, everything I'm wearing is from LA Girl Cosmetics. That is, you can get all the products available upstairs at Fresh Market HBC. So somebody's gonna win a $100 voucher, but you have to follow instructions. And I posted the instructions this morning at 10 o'clock. So if you go back on my page, you check the instructions, make sure you follow the instructions because you can win $100 worth of product. Okay. $100 worth of product. Also, $100 worth of red one. You see my edges? See my edges? How slay they be? Let me tell you, and my roots well nappy, yeah. But it's slain, right? With red one. So you can also win $100 gift voucher to shop red one. It's not just edge control. They have wax, they have shampoos, they have conditioners, they have barber supplies. So to name a few. So you get a chance to win today. So today is a great show to win. I just want to check out the polls before I big up my sponsors. So right now we have the poll is running. It's an active poll, and I'm about to close it. A few of you have responded, and we have about 40 of you have responded, I believe. 40 of you have responded to the poll. If you're just joining, take advantage, take advantage of the poll. Thank you very much, guys. For that, I also want to big up my sponsors for making this possible. Without them, I would not be here. Thank you very much to the folks out there at S-Smart who's doing, actually, it's the Buster promotion. It's to win an HRV. Let me tell you, I don't know. Let them this day, they're giving away some transport there in Dominica. And let me tell you, I want to be in that. So you get a chance to win a Honda HRV if you participate in this Buster promotion. And all you have to do is buy one Buster and follow the instructions at participating retailers, and you can win. That's it. Also want to say thank you very much to the National Cooperative Credit Union, my financial institution of choice, our community financial partner that is on board with us. Big up to the folks at the National Cooperative Credit Union. Yes, thank you very much for your support. Remember, when you go to the ATM, don't salo pay them people, please. When you take off the paper to read your balance that is already saying like -0, like just make sure you throw it in the bin, right? The -0 paper balance, throw it in the bin. Do not litter. Make sure you keep the place nice and clean. They also have a few other promotions going on during the course of the summer. I'm feeling a little cold, so I have the AC kind of blowing a little. It's kind of nipply, so I have a little sweater on me. But if I get hot, because once MFR start talking, I might start feeling hot. If let me not get into that as yet. It's too early for this. But I'm feeling a little bit warm. So thank you guys. Those of you who have joined in, I see quite a few of you are on. Big up yourself, Tony Carr, Snooky Cabby, my sister Aurelie, Ramona, Ernest Robinson, Hendrika is on, Avril, Shanice, Lucius Wallace, Reese Danielle, Selector say he's sweating. Oh my God, Alex Bruno, my dog, the King Powell, Indy is there, Nadisha. Woo! Let me tell you, we do not want it to roll call before we start this show. Shane LeBlanc. Who else is on? You guys having flashbacks from your teenage years? All the vis, all you do is about to come out. All the vis, all you do because of MFR. All the trouble, all you get in. Anybody ever get beaten for going MFR? They get a nice licking, a cliche with a belt from your parents because you go MFR and you were not supposed to be there. If you get a beating, if you get a licking, I want you to put I don't even know which emoji you're making them put the laughing emoji. Put the laughing emoji if you ever get a licking because you go MFR, you was in a jam. Nadisha, I suspect you get blows, for going MFR, and they give you a cool cliche with a belt. Somebody say anxiety is taking them, but why put them to people now? Like, hello? Why are you getting anxious? Why are you guys? We up to 75 people viewing live. 75 people viewing live. We started the show when we at 100. So tag a friend. I'm not bringing them on until we're at 100 views. 100 people have to be live. Sit down there watching. 100 people have to be sitting down there watching before I bringing them on. Right? It's the state of emergency. So tag a friend. Somebody saying they're getting anxiety. But yeah, spread the word MFR. Very first time going to boy, let me tell you, I have questions. I have about 20 questions and I can only ask 10. So I don't even know if I'm going to do that. Because if I stay and ask all 20, that's a 3-hour show. Boom, right? That is a 3-hour show. And I don't want to be here for 3 hours. Right? So, lots of questions to be asked. Lots of things we want to know. We learned just a couple weeks ago, or about just over a month ago, that MFR had reunited and they were coming back for a reunion mashup with Mad, that is Miguel and Danger Dane. So Miguel Labadie, that's Mirror Entertainment, and Danger Dane Entertainment. Their collaboration created this festival that will be on the 2 days leading up to the Creole weekend in Dominica. And we were surprised, we were shocked, to find out that MFR would have been on that will be on that lineup. And I reached out to the guys and I was like, yo, I don't care who all you have interview with, but but I have to get that interview. Like, let me tell you, I was so ghetto about getting this interview. Kidron can tell you. I was like, Kidron, I was a groupie when MFI was around. Do not get me vexed. All jokes. It was all fun and games. Kidron is shaking his head. He's shaking Jael. You're a mess. We getting ready. 87. I need 100 for us to start this show. 100 people have to be sitting down. So tag a friend, tag all your man them, tag all your women them, tag everybody that you think would know or that absolutely loved MFR growing up. Make sure you tag them, get them on the live, share the live. Of course, I just want to go to give you guys, let me just give you guys what you need to do in order to win that voucher or the voucher. So I'm giving away 4. I said 2. 4. The first 4 people to answer my question. And let me tell you, I'm not telling you when the question is going to come. The question will come at a given time, and you just have to drop the answer. The first 4 people to drop the answer correctly and follow the instructions. I hope all you're listening to me, because I don't want nobody in my DMs telling me, Jael, I win. I do not moderate my live, so I will not be the one finding out the winner. You would have had to share the flyer. You would have had to share this video and answer the 2 questions correctly in one response. So don't answer one part and later on answer the other part lower down. It doesn't work that way. You have to answer the 2 questions in the same drop. So you drop the answer, boom, and you would have done, because they go back and they look to see if you shared the flyer to promote the show. Because if you're not promoting my show, I'll give you nothing, because this is my freebies that Fresh Market HBC give me, and I'm giving it to you. Okay? Right? So you would have had to share the flyer and tag me. You would have had to share this live right now, this live going on, and answer the 2 questions. And for the first 4 people that answer the 2 questions correctly, or at least come the closest to it, will win themselves. So 2 of you will win $100 gift voucher for Red One products from Fresh Market HBC, that's upstairs. And 2 of you will win LA Girl Cosmetics. So $100 voucher for LA Girl Cosmetics. That's how it is. All right. So that's how it's going to go down tonight. We're going to get this show on the road. All my guys are there. I wanted to make sure I was running my mouth. All you saying, but Jael, just bring them people on. I was running my mouth because I wanted to make sure they were all on. Let me see what is the 113 people on the live. Okay. All right. I think we're ready, right? We ready? You think we're ready? Okay, let's see what the results were of the poll. How many of you got it right? Yes, quite a few of you got it right. Quite a few. MFR stands for Music for Real. And they're going to be coming on They're going to be coming on in just a little bit. I'm so excited. Let me tell you, the first time let me load on the music a little bit. Let me load on the music a little bit. The first time I actually heard MFR, I was in Canada. No, these guys, I went to school with all of them, I believe. Some of them were in the same class with me. Some of them were in a lower class than me. But I knew, like, except one of them. One of them wasn't actually in school with us. One wasn't in school with us. Actually, two of them were not in school with us. But I knew this band for as long as the band decided that they were going to start performing and playing in different places. And I remember I was in Canada and I came down to Dominica on vacation. And let me tell you, I get plenty trouble. I didn't get cliche because I was old enough at the time. I was old enough to not get blows for going MFR. But let me give all you a little rundown of my time. Like I said earlier, I live how much life already. I live 9 lives. I've already gone to MFR and get wet. Right? I go where MFR Marigot. Soaking wet. Let me if all you ever experience this, just tell me all you shared my sentiments right now, right? And I get wet and I was drunk. And the first time I ever in my life do a daybreak in a jam was an MFR jam. In Marigot. And hear the joke. I cannot even remember how we got there. All I remember is we didn't know how we were getting back home to Vegas. And I decide, okay, I bomb it ride. And we bomb ride and a vehicle put us down and Zime in the junction and we sit down there, we pose it there. How long waiting for it? And it's big broad daylight outside. And Susie come down with the little white van heading down. He say, cousin, how dare you be? Because he was the fete finished, everybody going on. Susie brought us home to Vegas. And let me tell you, my sister, I remember we walk inside. We walk inside of the house very quietly, you know, because it was a daybreak. It was a daybreak. And my mother was up. My father was up and his face was well waxed, but I was an adult, so he couldn't do anything. But that was one. Second, I go MFR Pay Bush once. And I drank so much rum in MFR Pay Bush. When I reach, that time I used to lime hard with spawner. When we reach in the junction, Pay Bush Junction, one mal pizza hold me. MFR used to make you do things, eh? Let me tell you, MFR used to make you do things. Oh, my sister said, what a time to be alive. Nowadays, when I tell people I don't need to go fat, I have gone to fat. I have gone to fat. I don't need to go fat. Without further ado, let me bring in the guys who I say revolutionized bouillon in Dominica. It was sad that they left the scene, but they really reshaped bouillon. They really ramped up the bouillon. They really had us. Ferdinand was on the line, was on the thing. She said they were energy personified. That is what Ferdinand referred to them as. You know, she commented under there when I dropped the flyer. And MFR made people do a lot of stupidness in jams. That is where you saw the most stupidness happening because people just love the band. I want to welcome for the very first time right here, exclusive live, show some love to the guys of MFR. What's up?
Yeah, man.
Speak up.
Yes.
Hello.
Good evening.
How are you guys doing?
Good evening to
Jael.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Chum, your ex-co-worker, which of?
Yes. Sunny side up.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yep, I can breathe again.
You can breathe again?
Yeah.
You couldn't breathe then. What happened? What was happening?
Don't
was
say it like
happening?
that, no.
What was
Why
happening?
now I can breathe again? He's
Yes.
starstruck. He's
Proud
starstruck, man.
to show my face again.
He starts shock and he starts.
You guys is
Welcome.
You guys is
Mwegi Stanley. I put all myself right in the middle. I put myself right in the middle. So it's a balanced conversation. We're having a conversation, but you know I like story. And I feel like I've known you guys. I mean, even before we came on, Keyjon was trying to bring me down memory lane, you know, because Keyjon, you know, performed with my sister. And my sister Aurelie, who probably doesn't want that out there, actually used to sing with y'all, right?
Yep.
That's true. That's true.
Well,
Big up Aurelie. Big up Aurelie one time. You know. I think she survived one gig.
yeah. And I was looking forward for more. So many more gigs with Aurelie, you know?
Yeah. I think she was probably nervous. She was nervous.
Yeah,
she was nervous. Yes, it was like if you had to go to an MFR jam, you had to have a lot of lalin.
What?
You didn't have lalin. You couldn't do it because going to an MFR jam meant that you would have to stay the entire from the start to the end, and there was guaranteed. I mean, we can say Triple K are the daybreak specialists because they've had such longevity in the game, right? But y'all were the ones who started daybreak. Daybreak started when MFR and sorry to say Triple K, I don't mean to put all you out there like that, but y'all literally took the torch from MFR when it comes to, because when people didn't know about daybreak unless you came to an MFR jam, and that was, we would see that especially in Pebush, because normally when you'd go out to jams and play, when the promoter ready to end, you ready to end, right? But when Pebush had their event, it was always a daybreak.
Yeah,
like
during Christmas time.
Don't forget Lago. Don't forget Lago.
And Lago.
Peter was good for daybreaks.
You cannot mention Marigot.
Yeah, well,
Marigot, right. And Marigot, heart of it all. The heart of it all.
For sure.
Okay, so here's how we're going to do this, right? Because I don't want people talking out of time. It's my show. I don't want people talking over me. It's my show. I want to be able to so what I'm going to do, just so that we have, I mean, y'all are my partners and all your custom with me. I mean, Josiah and I went to school all our lives together. Chum, we worked together. Keyjon, you were always a pain in the rear. You know, like Benja, like I've always known all of you. Susie's my cousin. You know, like so we can be very homey with each other. And I'm not giving them no maple. If you see me giving them maple and I give them maple, I know a lot of behind the scenes that happened with the band. So I'm privy to a lot of information. And I hope that we can be very conversational today. So what I will do is I will kind of signal to who I want to answer, because I kind of know who will be able to give me the answer I want. Look at Josiah.
Somebody in the hot seat.
It's my show that day, you know, my show, right? So we wanna get started. Obviously, I kind of try to break the ice with our viewers, our listeners, in terms of, you know, what was the meaning of MFR. And, you know, a lot of them got it right. Music for real, right? And I want to kind of get a sense of what was behind the name, like what was behind the meaning. Why did you guys felt it was the right name to choose for the band? Chum, that's for you.
You see, you think I know why? You call it wrong person, because when I came into the band, they had already established the name. You know, so but I can tell you straight up, because that interview going to be, like you say, conversational and real. All right, so I can tell you straight up, I didn't like the name. I was like, music for real, like who puts music in the title of a music group. Like it's like redundant. You know what I mean? Like, but it's sounding good when we say MFR, real MFR. You know what I mean? So I kind of got used to it, but the name was already established when I joined the band. So I don't know if Josiah, it's you
Okay.
and you need to ask about that.
Josiah, Saya, tell us a little bit about why you all chose this name.
To start with, well, basically, when that name came about, it was more of just randomly. We were just randomly spitting words around and playing with words to see how it may sound good. And at that some point in time, we just find, it was becoming a stress trying to figure out if a name and stuff. And then at some point in time, we just came up with a rough concept. As I'm not sure who popped it, and we decided, okay, it sounds good. Saying it sound makes it sound good. So we, at the end of the day, we just picked up with that and run. But it just stayed there. So it just became that, and
I,
eventually becomes some that way. But it's
well,
not
I know
something you just know that you sat down for days and just plan it and get it right. No, we just randomly pop that.
I know
But
a lot of people used to call it more effing rubbish.
but over the
You-
years,
Yeah.
you have
People,
different meanings. You have
yeah.
different meanings. Up to present now, there's a whole new meaning to it.
so tell me about
That
the new
we
meaning. Tell me about the new
There's a whole
meaning.
meaning to it. So that was something we were looking at. So now you see, we came around with we coming out now, but we coming out with a whole rebranding and restructuring of everything. So one of the aspects we came about to do is the change of the meaning to it. To make it a little more of a modern, a more appealing
I'm gonna tell you stick
meaning
that
to
pin
that.
yet. I'm gonna tell you stick that pin. We're not ready for that yet. Later down in the
All
show,
right.
we'll let the folks know what is the rebranding and how you guys have gone
Right.
ahead and do that. Who are the original members of the band? So give me the names that formed the original members. KD.
Yeah, so when I joined the band, I think that was somewhere in the early 2000s, just about ending high school, entering college. Um, so we had Lionel Edwards on the guitars, who was, I think, we were in the same form at that time. We had Leko Oyeyemi, who was the vocalist at the time. When I joined the band, I also spawned a sister, DJ Rogue. Was That's Candice Rodney was also a vocalist at the time. Kayla was also part of the band. We had Josiah on the keys, Susie as well, and James Reiner on the bass. Um, I think afterwards, as things progress, as one point, as we said earlier, Oral passed through. When Leko left uh, to the US, we had the chance to bring on Chom Dada in there. Then Benja came in. We also had guys like Tommy coming through on the rhythm box. Jackie Chantman, big up yourself, currently in
Don't
Ghana
forget
doing
Bucky,
Afrobeat.
Bucky. Don't forget
And
Bucky.
Dwight Borky on the
Dwight.
bass. Man, so many talented people passed through. The band was a band of opportunity. If you had talent and you were in enough, and we saw it fit, then we'd have definitely brought you on board. So quite a few people.
That is I mean that's very 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 cool to know that you guys had so many different people, and a lot of them have gone on to have continued to do music even after the
Yeah,
band. Like, Chance Man is doing his thing still.
yeah,
DJ Rogue does both DJing and music.
singing.
And I mean, Aurelie tried her little stunt in it, in the music scene and stuff. But you guys have had so many different people pass through the band. um what do you guys call yourself? A band from where? You said the north. Is it because I know it to be, granted, you guys were from all over the place, I know it to be a posse band. Like when I thought of MFR, the link was it was a posse band. Where did you guys put yourself in the north? Kidron, I on you still.
Okay, John.
Well, if you don't see my hat's saying PXB,
Mm-hmm.
and that is the unofficial acronym for Paybush. Everybody know already, representing PXB every day. So, but we still represent the North. We represent Posse, because Posse is actually the how would say um the metro city of the North, the epitome of the North. When you talk about it, come from the North. Everybody goes to PSS, so you link up people from Vegas, Tebow, Dodan, even Ansdime, Paybush, Capuchin, Cottage. So we represent Posse.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we represent. It's just that Posse is the central point in the North.
Yes.
So
Center.
Yeah, and
that's
that's
where
where most
everybody will
people
meet.
met. That's where most people met
Yeah,
because y'all met
yeah,
in
definitely.
school and so forth. Benja, I kind of want to get an understanding as to what would you say would have been the band's creative um process in the sense of like who wrote and who arranged the music, like what roles did in terms of the what people heard, because we know all of these people on these different instruments, but who was responsible for, or who would you guys look to in the band to write, and who was the one that was the person who would arrange everything and put it together?
Okay, I want to say a special good evening to the Portsmouth Massive. I do get a chance to really big them up and stuff like that. Big up to all the people on the live. It is already. All right. Well, first of all, we had different fellas in the band, really, playing different roles. But one of the most important role was given me by Chum. Chum was responsible for producing a lot of the music. Um, we came together. How we did our music is that we came together and we generate ideas together, and then we sort of get a chant to it, something that is important, something that sounds great, and then when we get that chant, we write down words and verses to it. Um, this guy Rainer was very instrumental in getting us to play correct chords and getting that stuff on point also. And well, basically it's a holistic kind of thing, so it's not
Mhm.
only just Chum doing his thing or Rainer doing his thing, but all of us come together and whatever ideas, whatever thing that sounds right, we do it. That's how we
Thank
do
you
it.
for sharing that, Benja, because that would lead me to now Charm finding, because one of the things I've said, okay, I know of Charm. I met Chum first working at, well, I always knew who he was, but I really met him and got to know him working in radio. We did a show together, and I kind of you would watch Chum on the road and you'll say, but where is that like a vagabond? Like where he come out now, like the way he behaves, and I'm being real, right? You would think to yourself, but Chum is probably one of the most intelligent producers in Dominica. And I always say, if Chum, that is something I've always said, and I've never said it to you, and I'm saying it on this live. If I ever get rich,
Mm.
you would probably be the first person I would invest in if you want to get the hell out of the
Wow.
shithole you're in. Because
Thank
you are
you.
so talented, Chum. Chum, I'm serious. Like you are
Wow.
so talented. I
Thank
mean,
you,
I have
Jael.
seen
You
you.
were so talented yourself.
No,
I'm
this is
amazed
not
by
about
you.
me. This is not about me. This is not about me. I want to tell you, Chum, honest to God, like you have so much talent, and it's unfortunate that
Mm.
you're in a place where it's not nurtured like it should be. It's
Mhm.
unfortunate because I think like the way MFR blew up, like with and as you know, Benja, and I purposely asked him because I knew he was going to say you. I knew he would have said, he would have landed on you,
Ben just
right?
trying to be diplomatic,
That's how
No, but it is,
that's the truth.
but
That's the
it is
truth.
real. It's
Yeah.
the truth. It is the truth of the matter. And you are very you are underestimated. You are overlooked. People don't understand how good you are with producing music. Like I saw what you did with Asha. We worked together, but did not know each other. Like I didn't know you, and we were working behind when we were producing and putting together Asha's album. And I saw what you did with Asha's first album, and you need somebody needs to invest in you. And the day I get rich, you will be one. If you're ready, you might still want to stay, in Dominica and check your scene. But the day you are one of the folks, because my life's work is to help entertainers, and you guys have seen that's all I've done. Is to help people in the entertainment industry. Charm, I want to ask you this: like, where does all of this come from? Like, because you are a little partner from Paybush. And I remember you with those big baggy, ugly ass jeans. Oh my god!
Yeah.
where did all of this come from? Like
The
what
baggy jeans
inspired?
or
No. your musical intellect, I should say. Where did that come from?
well, I don't know. I don't know if I can put it in words, but I just love music. Music. Music to me, I think it's the way it makes me feel. First of all, that have me pursuing that, and somewhere in the back of my mind, like I want to. What music does for me, I want to do that for people. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So, but then my influences growing up, I had a lot of influence, Jamaica, like Jamaican artists, because I grew up. I get on bouillon music late, like in my late teens or mid teens, mid to late teens. I was more of a reggae, dancehall, hip hop like fanatic. Like I used to
Mm-hmm.
sing Buju Banton lyrics from start to finish. Buju Banton, Wayne Wonder, all those guys, Bounty Killer, Shabba Ranks. Them times in the 90s. So I grew up on that. And in fact, in my household, like we had that thing because my grandmother was sort of like, she was a huckster. And she used to bring people together. We used to have ring games in our yard. And like all the youth from people used to come in our yard and play ring games in the night time, like under the moonlight and all kind of thing. And my grandmother, she used to dance ballet and she used to sing. So we used to have ring games and that was so thing to me. And I think where it hit me was at one point so much Eric Donaldson used to play in the house. Like when it came on, I started singing and doing my little thing, like my little performance, and everybody was clapping and thing. You check? So I say
Mm-hmm.
like that, like it have something there.
Mm-hmm.
But then in the 90s when Buju Banton came out, Buju Banton and when one of those guys, I got so into that, like I love that so much. I started almost imitating Buju Banton from start to finish. I used to know all his songs and all of that, and a lot of hip hop. And so something click inside me like what get those guys to be doing what they're doing. You see what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
more than that, I loved it so much. Like I wanted to do that, but I wanted to do my own music because when I listen to the lyrics and everything, like almost like a sort of like a tourism kind of thing, like I wanted to go where they were. You understand? Like some part of me wanted to go where they were, so I check in. But I want to do that for myself. You know. So it came to the part where at that time it was CD and everything was like physical. So it was hard to get instrumentals, especially where I'm from, like Paybush and in countryside and things. It was hard to get instrumentals. So and then had no producers around, you know, like creating music. You had fellas could play instruments and things, but nobody was like creating music. So I decided I have to create my own music because nobody gonna create the music I hear in my head. Like, you see what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
I end up I'm pursuing that. When I made first communion, I told them I want to be a musician in the church. So
Oh.
so fast forward, I ended up look at crazy story. Yeah? I ended up stealing. It was just still like borrowing the drum machine from the
Stealing.
church. Borrowing. I end up borrowing the drum machine from the church. And I had two friends, and we just decided we're going to make a EP, a record, like a demo of our songs. I say, but I have access to the church, and they have a drum machine and thing. So I decided I'm going to borrow the drum machine, and we're going to mix some beats, and we're going to do our own thing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and that happened. I got the drum machine. I started making beats. I just figured out how it works. I figured out how it works, and I started making beats. And we had a little Casio piano with its speaker on there, and I just started making music, making beats, and we start dropping some lyrics. So I end up writing some lyrics for them guys, and because at that point too, I was inspired by Tupac, Bone Thugs, and Harmony, like all them old school greats, you can call it name. Bone Thugs, Harmony, Biggie Smalls, Tupac, a lot of hip hop, because we had a little crew, and it was like steady hip hop. When I started any music thing, it was more.
So
regular
let me
hip-hop.
ask. So let me ask you. Did you use all of those influences and kind of bring them into what
Yeah, like
MFR?
yeah, everything I love about music, I brought it out of me, like in MFR. Although it had certain things have to be reserved because bouillon music is like party music,
Mm-hmm.
and certain things have to be reserved, and you try to make it exciting, and the thing sounding. So you have to sort of like make sure it on par with what are already there. But
Mm-hmm.
it's like everything I learned and everything I loved about music, I brought it in to MFR, and but it's not that really complicated. I mean, just listen, like it's just what you love. You know what I mean? If you listen and somebody like me, like I listen to the best, like all my favorite artists is the best there ever was. People are top in the charts.
Mm-hmm.
It's a
Mm-hmm.
Bob Marley. Like all the greats. All my
Well, not
favorite
well.
artists.
I stand correct.
Yeah.
Not everybody that top in chats is the best. Eh? Just get that right.
No, I say all my favorite artists. Right.
Right? Not everybody that top chats
Yeah.
is the best, right?
No, I get that. I
Francine,
get that.
Francine Francois is saying one thing, Jael, you always hitting trauma hard. I remember Sunnyside days. We have people that listen to
Yeah,
us on
on the side
Sunnyside.
up. Yeah.
I used to give you quads. And so, but thank you very much, Chum, for
Yeah.
sharing that, because I really think you're brilliant. I've always thought you were brilliant. A little laid back. You probably need some fire in your wire. A huge part of this is
I think
recognizing
can I
that you are creative. Wait,
yeah,
recognize my show. Boom.
right. Sorry.
Recognizing that you are creative. And
Yeah.
sometimes when people are creative, they get into that space and that zone. And creative people oftentimes need to be managed,
Yeah.
right? And I think where the disadvantage for you is that there's no one to manage you, to make you the superstar that you are, because you're a superstar. The kinds of things that you can put out, like I listen to, even things you talk about that most people would not know about, or even wonder about, why is this like a boy, why is this young boy from, what do you know about that? There were times when we engage in conversations,
Yeah.
and I'd be like, how you know about, and then it's like, okay, all right, but you are a brilliant individual, and you definitely help put MFR on the map, on the map in a great way, because people gravitated to the music, they gravitated to the lyrics. The lyrics, I mean, everything made sense to us when we heard something on it. It just made, like, I started the show with State of Emergency, and we still in a state of emergency. It's so
What?
freaking. I'm listening to this song and I'm like, wait a while, Jail. Like, I didn't even plan this. I just pull up one of the songs and I was like, what should I
Yeah.
listen to this song? And I'm like, oh, that is it, that how long ago that song, right?
No more than ever. No more than ever.
And this song is still very
Relevant.
relevant, right?
Mm.
So and this is something that a lot of people have complained, that bouillon music, except when we had the original WCK come out with music, like with Ra and these folks, you don't see that lifelong longevity in, or it being in on your mind and saying, hey, it's very relevant for today, right? So you have ensured that whatever y'all put out was always very relevant, and that's the bottom line.
Well,
Big up to Dion Andrew, thank you very much for the stars. I appreciate you. Thank you. Mwah, mwah. I'm getting the stars. I'm thankful. Hello,
oh, you're a
hello, I'm
star.
getting the stars. Well,
You're the
thank you, Tom.
star.
Thank you very much. Thank you very
Yeah.
much. So I want to kind of get into a little bit of what caused the band to sleep. I don't want to say die, because you know what I like to say. Oh, if I die,
You
you
can
know
say
what?
break up.
What puts your okay? So it's been said that a few factors can contribute to a band's demise. It could be poor
Mm,
management. It could be
mm,
financial burdens. It could be not being able to afford equipment. I mean, I'm sure some of the things that you guys probably had those things. It could be promotional demands from the band. It could be even personal disputes amongst the band members, like jealousy and all those different things. As it relates to MFR, it was actually alleged that the band fell out because of one of the mothers of a member in the band. Why did MFR break up? Not the many times, but the final time, because you'll break up plenty times. The final time you broke
True that.
up. Why did you guys break up? Saya,
we
you,
didn't.
you have no last in your eyes. Saya, that's for you.
Well, you
I
posed
put
a
it up to one.
real
We break up only
you pull
once.
a
Right.
say that again.
No,
Yeah,
I
let's
said we
correct
break up
that. We
only
only
once.
broke up once,
Yeah,
only once.
once only.
Um, to start with, let me start off to say that um, we as the band members, we have throughout the years, we have been united. We have been in all conversations. We've had our own group chats, everything. So we've never had a personnel dispute among ourselves, to say among us as the band member. But it actually start the issue that arose is okay. I'm not here to bash any names or like I heard you mention earlier. That I would put that aside and ignore that line you stated. But it
But it was
actually
but it
happened.
but wait, it was
It's
alleged.
alleged, like you
It was
said,
alleged,
alleged.
right? It was
So we
alleged.
live. So a lot of things have been alleged, a lot of things have been said, and people always say
So
things
set the
what
record straight,
make them
Sire.
think.
We're not
So at
we're
the
not
end of the
messing around. We're not no long story. Set the record straight. So if the
right, it
allegations are
have been
incorrect, set it straight.
it started the situation that arose that there were certain situations that how I would put it to say we had certain issues that were placed forward as a group that was
Concern.
supposed to be placed in, that was supposed to be discussed among we and management and all that stuff. So certain issues that we as the band were not pleased with, we were not satisfied with, or some things we
So
wanted
who who
fixed
who
and to
who would you
rectify.
put that forward to? Like who would you put?
Say that again.
Because you're saying that there's certain things that the issues that were going on that you put forward to who? Who exactly would be
Right.
the
Okay.
the, the governing person? Because if you put something forward, it's not a decision amongst the band anymore. It's a one person.
Right. The band is a team. The band have managers, it have sponsors, it have different aspects around the band. So it's something that was placed among the entire team, which we had a full discussion with everybody involved in the band at the time. So we
Mm-hmm.
start forward and try to have a discussion
Mm-hmm.
to overlook certain issues that we were buying, ways we could have it resolved.
Mm-hmm.
And in doing so, that's none of those were met at the time. It's almost like you're in a relationship where things not going right and you want to fix certain things and you're not getting things resolved
But
how you want
but
it.
but Josiah,
So
wait. In a relationship, it's a two man.
it's a
Unless
two-way
unless you're
situation.
in a
So you
poly
have
or whatever. Wait,
yeah,
wait,
you
wait. Unless you're in a
wait.
poly, is it's
Mhm,
it's it's one. We have to have a discussion. We have a problem. We
mhm.
If you put something forward and you
Exactly.
say as a ban, so are you suggesting that as a ban y'all couldn't fix the problem, or was it a specific person that had a role to fix the problem and it wasn't being fixed?
In a sense, to that point, yes, because you have a management body, and then
Which one is
you
yes?
have the.
Which one is yes? You say
It
yes.
was in terms of a management body. We placed it
Okay.
towards the management body of the band.
Okay. Okay.
So in that regards, we
So
placed those stuff. We brought all this
in
stuff
other
forward.
words, in other words, the management was shitty and they were not responding to the demands of the band. Period. Per.
Right. So we placed some certain things forward, and it was not met in the way we wanted to. That would resolve a lot of issues that we were going through. That
Mm-hmm.
we all through the times in events, there were certain pointers I could point out. Basic stuff like transportation, certain needs, more
Mm-hmm.
room, special better room for rehearsals and events like that, so that we
Mm-hmm.
could help improve the operations of the band in a better form. So in
Mm-hmm.
cases like that, it was not met. So at that point there, it we had no other options to separate, to leave it alone. It's either
So
we at that point it was to the point where
it
yes, it
became
was in a it was in a situation where it was real tough on us as members, and we really wanted to have this stuff resolved, and at no point it wasn't budging. So
now
we didn't. So
now I want you to stick up in that because Kidron look like he want to add something.
Yeah.
You look like you
I
want
would
to
love
add
Kijan to
something.
stick that in that.
Yeah.
Kidron, add to this something that you want to add.
Yeah. So going off of what Josiah is stating is factual that we as the band members, well, I was the person who wrote the letter on behalf of the members. We reviewed it, make sure everyone was
And who
in.
was your management? Who was your
Um,
management?
that was at the time there was a specific family who basically were the
Kijan,
sponsoring
who were the
party.
managers? Like I don't
I,
understand. Like what? Like why
my
is
lawyer
it
is on
so?
vacation. My lawyer is on
Oh
vacation.
no,
But
it's
if all
yeah.
you had no, but if all you wrote a letter to the management and it is clearly indicated that you have managers, right?
Right.
Who was
Yes.
managing the band?
I'm not at liberty to state any names at this time. For just to keep it at peace level. But I just want you to understand something. There came a point where the atmosphere was not encouraging to be creative as a band, and which is our main goal to be in somewhere where we can focus on producing a very good product. You know, even given to the
I'm watching the chat here because I'm watching the chat.
ah,
Somebody in the chat is saying,
okay.
I was asking, but didn't Benja leave before that?
We don't
Pram
get
pram
to that
brooks
point
brooks.
You see,
Well, okay, well, I
Hold
can
on,
speak to that.
there's a point I really want to
I
make. There's a point I really want to make.
was
Go
that?
make your
That
point.
it was
Make your
fun.
point, and Benja will
you
answer.
No, there was a certain point in the band where Chum and I, we actually was bombing ride from Pebble to Portsmouth back and forth on a daily basis. This band was practicing Sunday to Sunday, no days off. That's why we had so much of a good chemistry. So Josiah on his end sometimes would have to sacrifice after coming off work, after practice to take us home. So that was one of the major concerns that we needed to get uh, guaranteed
Transportation.
transportation to
Mhm.
home and back. We were sleeping on the bus stop. There were nights we would have slept on a bus stop in Portsmouth, like with some paros, young
Wow.
strapping men. I have to go to school or work the next morning, and here I am
Ah,
sleeping on a bus stop. If a bus
Yeah,
from Ross don't take the last workers going up to Ansdime or up that way, Ross used to give them transportation. I would sometimes we would have to sneak onto those buses because it's paid by Ross. They're not supposed to pick up anybody else. So we would have
It's a good
known
thing
some of
Ross
the bus
closed down.
drivers. We would have known some of the bus drivers,
yeah.
and they would help us out and give us a little leave, put us down Seuss, and we'd have to walk up Paybush. You're talking about 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? So these are just things we're talking about. The location where we were is a dwelling house. It's not a barn house. It's a dwelling home. People
Okay.
live there. So
Okay.
if we're rehearsing and somebody gets a call at their residence, we have to put practice on a pause until they finish with that call. You
So
know what
there
I'm
were a
saying?
lot of
So
issues where, like, in terms of it wasn't just a beef or a disagreement, or there were just a lot of
no,
issues with the structure.
Right.
There were a lot of
So
issues
the
with the
basic
shop.
Basically,
we
so
would have.
concerns. We had some concerns.
Concerns.
Chum is not your turn. It's not your
Aye.
turn.
Hey.
Yeah, these are just concerns we would have shared and say, hey, no, the band is gaining steam. In order for us to continue growing and getting better, we need a place where we can have 24/7 access without any interruption. You know, we would
To
have
rehearse.
to be more, yeah. So we need a better, like a
I
guaranteed
got that. I
transportation
got that.
from
I got that. I got
safeties.
that. Thank
You
you
know what I'm
for
saying?
I saw. Sorry, I was mama guying for the thing, but I get. But then just before, so
Because you
let's
try.
do that. I know I don't try nothing. I
We
ask
have
you the
to tread
question,
carefully. We have to
you
tread
ask,
carefully.
you answer, and you knew I was going to ask you that question because I did prep you beforehand that I was going to ask that question, and so you were privy to this. So you should have prepared yourself, Benja. Benja, why did you leave? Why did you leave? Because you
Well,
left before
well,
us.
I think, the person that asked the question, they asked, I wouldn't say, I feel that they don't really accurately know what's going on. I never really left the band, but there was a dispute again with management again, and I think it was kind of difficult for me to practice with the band. All right, so hence the reason
Why
why,
was it difficult for you to practice with the band?
because of certain decisions taken by management. And again, I don't have a lawyer, so I
Okay,
can't
all
really
right. So
know.
I think it's established that y'all had shitty management. We've put it out there. We've put it out there that y'all have, and I hope you guys now
I,
have
I
come
wouldn't
back.
say I wouldn't say I wouldn't say is I wouldn't definitely say shitty management, but I feel that management had a different view
No
towards
experience.
music, maybe I would
No.
say, or the band, maybe I would say. I think the band could have been big business, but they did not understand that concept, I think. All right, so let's get into
That's
like
Yeah,
equivalent to
Jay. At one point, Benja was told to leave the dwelling residence. You know, don't come back. Get out of my house. Don't
oh
come back.
wow, oh wow,
You know
Benja
what
put
I'm
that on
oh
his
saying?
wow.
Yeah, he was told that. He was told to get out of my house. So
Yeah.
you see where
And
it comes where we request it.
mm,
If we had a space of
so
our own, we would be the
yeah.
ones making those decisions as to who has access and
so
whatever. Sometimes
so
Chum had to be
Jael,
outside of the dwelling house, waiting for someone to be home to gain access into to the equipment to start doing what you have to do. We did not have 24 hours access to it. It's a dwelling house. It's somebody private
so
residence. So
so
that
Jael,
was one of the big issues.
Okay, okay,
so
all
that
right.
so that so
I
that that
think
answers
I
the question
Nah,
of the
move on.
straight
I
up,
question.
think we can move on. I think
straight
we
up.
can move on. I think we can move on from this. I think, I mean, it doesn't make sense prolonging it. We've already agreed to disagree
Yeah.
that it was a
Yeah,
management and a lot of structural issues that caused
yeah.
the band to
Mhm.
break up. I've posted the question for those of you who want to win those lovely prizes, the top four people. What year did MFR perform first at the World Korean Music Festival? The first time they performed. And the second question is was what year was the band's breakup? So what year did they break up? So what year did they break up? And what year? So I will ask Chum, what year did the band come apart? Like that was the end of MFR for no.
2010.
Ah, what you trying to say there?
Yes, I had 2010.
Yeah, 2010.
2000, just I like
Yeah,
2010. I see you
yeah,
busting your brain, not your Chum.
yeah. I'm not so good with dates. Like
Yeah, it was
I don't
2010.
tag dates like that. I
Mhm.
just, keep it moving. You know what I mean?
So when the band broke up, what was going on in the minds of you guys, like all of you, like what was going on? How did you guys feel? Because I remember hearing so many different things. I heard it was the band was registered, somebody registered the band, and it was registered to somebody, and y'all couldn't use the name MFR because then y'all came up with there was another band that formed called Encore, and like there was so much going on. Monte Lausav, I know what I'm talking about, right? So I know I may have been in Canada, but I knew all the beffers that was going on. So at one point it was like the name was registered under somebody, and which is why all you couldn't use the name Encore, because some members of the band moved and there were other people that I was even confused at one time. I wasn't sure, if it was an extension of MFR or so. What went on during that time, when Encore or Encore or whatever you used to call it was formed?
The best answer to that question. What went on?
Yes.
Well, basically, at that point in time, only one member was missing from the core. I mean, that's how, a few of the guys even say, well, that's the core of the band. That's why we sort of like came up with Encore. So it's kind of like a double meaning kind of thing. You know what I mean? So we, for the most part, the rest of the members, we were always like tight, and we didn't expect the breakup to happen because like we bring forward like serious concerns, legitimate concerns. We thought, at the point the band was at that time was like right up there. You know what I mean? I don't have to go in detail and call competitors' names, but we were right up there at that time. And yeah, we had legitimate concerns, and it was sort of like we were taken aback that they didn't agree, at least to some of the concerns. But there was no bad blood with per se. I wouldn't say there was
amongst
no
the
bad
members.
blood amongst the members or with management. I don't know for Josiah and Kidron and thing, but I didn't have no bad blood with anybody because I kept it peaceful. I didn't want to have no kind of thing because I was so consumed by, like, you give me all my flowers already. I mean, I was so consumed by, just being creative and creating music to take us places, and while all that was happening around me. And so when those fellas brought up those concerns, I was like, oh damn, that's like that's what's really going on. But yeah, so the band was still tight for the most part, and that's why Encore became like an easy thing to
transition.
Yeah, easy transition to happen. Although the sound sort of changed because we brought in Karan. I don't know if you mentioned Karan.
Karan, yes.
Right. So Karan brought in a whole another ingredient in terms of the energy flow of the band. Introduced me to new kinds of music, which I was into at the time, but I didn't take it serious because it was sort of like foreign to me. Although I loved it because that's the thing about me. I love all kind of music. I listen to all kind of music, but I know Dominicans would be sort of like, it would be strange to them. But I loved it, and he loved it, and it sort of like rubbed off on me, and I figured out ways to blend it in
to
some way, somehow. It sort of worked for certain songs, and for other songs it was sort of like for Dominicans. But we got a lot of great reviews from noteworthy persons about the new song, and it was great. And right, so you ask how we felt about the whole thing. I know it was kind of messed up because I sort of had a vision for MFR, where we were going, where we were headed. I sort of had that vision, and I really saw it was happening. It started happening, you know what I mean? And so yeah, I was taken aback by the whole breakup thing, but we kept it moving, we kept it positive, and yeah.
I want to show people. I want to show people this. I want to show people this. All right. I want to show them. You see the ugly pants. You see the ugly pants. I was talking about the ugly pants. Look at there. Look at there.
Hey.
That's upset. That's New York, man.
The quality is not the best, but you get the
Right,
point.
right,
What
right,
was
right,
what was going on there, Sire? What was going on in that what did these that videographer that didn't know what to do was what were they trying to capture? What was going on?
You know what? You hold on. Before say that, before say that, not to that video. What happened? The picture is not in sync with the music. I don't think that's the
Is
song
it
we was
yes?
playing
Yeah.
in the video. You
That.
understand? Somebody put
Mhm.
a different song on what was happening in the video. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what's going on there.
Okay, thanks for
Yeah, yeah,
clarifying
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because
Sire, Sire,
a lot of those clips were not really as edited and professionally done by us or anything. There's people that in those days where they were just
Fans.
clipping their phones, fans, do their little thing and send that out all over the place, with YouTube and them stuff. But it wasn't really us. So it was just fun watching them. We still watch them today and laugh at them and have fun
Big up
and
Crazy
see
Ship
like
one time.
and people like the only people like Crazy Sheep, we call Dale, that's
Yeah,
Dale.
crazy ship.
He used to do little videos for us at the time. That was the only person we had assigned around us doing little videos and little editings, which he did some good job because back then was not as advanced as now. You know, in the days if that's if Facebook was all that. In the days you didn't know how to say, so just YouTube doing your little clippings videos and send out there. So
When
that was
YouTube was new
so
at the time.
basically that was how it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
YouTube wasn't even new to, yeah. So you're gonna do so much editing, you're gonna do so much at the time, So but now in the social media world now everything has evolved so much then. But
I
then
wanna play
that's
something
basically
for
it then.
for folks because some of them might
Huh?
oh, that sounding familiar, not true? Anyways, it's another conversation. Sing like Abby. Abby. Let me tell you. Ciao.
Yeah.
Yo, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Fly like a butterfly, sting
Sing
like a
like
Sing
a
Sing
bee.
like a
like
bee.
a
bee.
bee.
Abby. Yes,
Yeah.
I. What inspired that song? Where did that come? What did that come about? That
Wow.
hustle.
Well, hustle. Remember Rick Ross came out with that hustle. That was a big tune at the time. And I'm not really sure what inspired me to create the rhythm, but the rhythm was banging. And
Oh.
yeah, it just came together like magically. And then we had that big tune from that Damian Marley. Out in the streets, they gonna so a whole lot of things was happening at the time. Just mesh everything together, and yeah, we came up with that. So
Muhammad Ali.
yeah,
Fly like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
Fly
of
sting
course.
like a bee. That was
Hey, I must
Muhammad Ali
mention,
when we did that.
Slick the Luda.
Mm-hmm.
Right, came up with that. I know it's Ali, Muhammad Ali line,
Yes.
but he used to do his thing
Muhammad
because
Ali.
right. But Slick is a guy. Slick is also an artist from Paybush. We know him, Jeffrey.
Yep.
Right, so he used to do his thing, and he's like sort of like that vibrant, almost like he have that kind of character, and he would just spit out phrases and stuff like that, and he would spit that to me. You know what I mean? And he said you should use that in a song, and I did it. Right.
Also to not want to leave out as you see we don't have Susie and Raina and all the others on board here because they're a little more social media shy.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
but they are right there listening, they're there with us backing up. And then you could
Yeah.
remember Susie playing those secrets,
Let me
all
tell
this
you,
Yeah, man,
when
yeah,
Susie
man.
and
Susie
this kind of
Susie used
catcheries
to
all
be
over
on
that.
Like
Yeah,
you're
we
drunk,
would
sweet.
all go with that. Still not forgetting him
So
on
yeah, that kind of bouncy.
and right
Yeah,
now
like
with
he was
that
on drugs.
electrifying
Oh
bass
my
line,
god. Oh
we
my
couldn't
god. Oh
forget those
my
stuff, you
god.
know?
Big
man.
big I want to see if I can find another song, another one that I absolutely love. Let me pull up another song that folks who followed MFR had would
Back in the days.
probably know. Let me see. We played State of Emergency. Let's see this one.
Boom shakalaka. Hey, get your governor, Chop Dada. MFR to the world. Who your music to the world. Dominica to the world. Hey, everybody. We not snooze. Here we go. Saute, 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 saute. Yo, yo. Put your hand down here. We need to relax, baby. Saute, saute, saute. Carnaval arrivé. Vive maman, vive. Kabulaka.
Let me tell you, Ollie on a different level. Ollie on a different level. Like Ollie were just on a different. I want to play another song that people I remember. Let me tell when I came down in 2006. That I believe that's when that song was the hottest. That is this one.
You see this one? This one is brand new. Whoa. Crazy ship.
I like that.
Boy, let me tell you. Let me tell you. Sticks can stones can break my bones.
Yeah, remember
But
Tito
what-
Adi? Remember Tito
Yes.
Adi?
Yes.
If I tell you the
Yeah,
story
man.
behind that one there, while we song checking Tito Adi, yeah, I created that rhythm on stage while we song checking. Yeah, and speed I think one time.
Yeah.
we were
That
just,
crazy.
I remember
We
that,
were good at
we
that.
were just kicking off on the stage and then the fans just pick it up and go with them. We were like, towards us, what it was, it's like, it was
I
not a
see you
song
running your mouth, but
we
you're not
push
saying
anything
nothing.
into it. We just laughing on stage, kicking with each other on stage, and then it just became more of a big
Yep.
hit.
Yeah. Well, they love that one in Anguilla.
So-
You know why? Anguilla love that song? Because they don't
Why?
have reverb. They don't have reverb. Yeah.
Oh, na, 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 na. As a sticks and stones will break my bones, but words can't do me no harm. Sticks and stones will break my.
Mixing up them tunes, man.
You mix it up.
Yeah,
them
you
Have you
think it's
ever?
have you
Have you
ever?
ever? Have you ever, man?
You mix it up. That one is
Blah, blah, blah.
blah blah blah
blah.
blah
Right.
blah blah blah.
No,
Blah, 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 blah.
The T-Power, the story is true. But the
Yeah.
Anguilla one is have you ever? Yeah.
Is have you ever did it
Have you
Right,
ever?
right,
That
in
was
the bush? In the bush?
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Oh my god. Let's you know what? Let's take a short break. Let's take a short
Yeah.
break. Let's pay some bills.
Yeah.
We gotta come back. We're here with MFR. We're gonna be talking to them for a little bit. A few of you have answered the question correctly. We will be notifying you. Those of you who've answered the question, what year did they first perform at World Cup Music Festival and what year did the band break up? So we will be contacting you guys. Those of you who have won, obviously, if you follow my page, you know I always put the announcement out of the winners. So the folks that win during the show. So we're coming right back. We need to pay some bills because I gotta thank them for ensuring, that I got a show I can come on here and represent for y'all. So we're gonna pay some bills and we're coming back right after this.
And drink some tea.
We're drinking tea too. We're drinking tea too.
I can take a shot.
Buster Soft Drink introducing the Buster Hot Summer Wheels promotion. Win a brand new 2023 Honda HR-V plus over $40,500 in cash and prizes in our weekly draws. Just grab any bottle of Buster Turbo Energy Drink Classic Ginger Ale. Look for the 8-digit code on the bottle. Then visit Buster IG and FB at Buster Soft Drink Official.
Hi, my name is Jael John Baptist, representing the National Cooperative Credit Union Limited. And I'm just here to tell you that when you're done at the ATM, that receipt, just take it and recycle.
Jael, your Brits finisher? At Fresh Market Health, Beauty, and Cosmetics, we carry a variety of product lines that you know and love. Hurry upstairs of the store located on the bayfront and shop hair supplies, personal care, and household products.
You want edge control too? Shampoo? Bonnet? Okay.
Visit Fresh Market HBC today.
Give me the keyboard. Mass, hit the mass. Right now, give me the best line. Fire. Go the keyboard. Doctor, give me the guitar.
All of that sounding familiar though. All of that sounding familiar.
Walk it up, 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 walk it up. This is carnival. Walk it up, walk it up.
We are back. We are large and we in charge, and we're here with MFR, the boys who took over, Bouillon music back in the 2000s, between 2003 thereabout to like 2003, right? It was about that time, 2002,
2004,
2004.
2004,
Yeah.
up until 2010 when the band broke up. And I mean, it was sad to know that they're broken up. A lot of us often wondered when they were coming back. And then we hear for the very first time, we up Miguel, that's Mad Miguel, Mira Entertainment and Danger Dane Entertainment came together and created this festival and decided that they were going to showcase MFR. And I mean, we were all pleasantly shocked. I saw people commenting and saying how excited they were to hear that the band was coming back. And obviously, some folks have a few concerns because though most of the original or most of the members are back together, all of the members are not back, are not with the band, and we're going to talk a little bit about that. We're going to talk about the rebranding. We want to talk a little bit about, we got lots of stuff still to talk about, still. But I want to kind of get into the sense of, I know there's always been this tug of war, I call it, with how Dominicans view bouillon. When I say Dominicans, like we have right now, bouillon is probably the baddest genre right now in the Caribbean. Like true say it's under the nasty business branding. However, it is every carnival bouillon music mashing up carnival. Asa Bantan mashing up carnivals across the Caribbean, and we're seeing bouillon. It's like I've always felt like we've not appreciated bouillon music, and you guys grew up around a time where they didn't really give a two rat's ass about bouillon. I remember it was a struggle to get you guys on the World Creole Music Festival stage. It was a struggle, right? Tell me a little bit about that,
Yeah.
Kidron, about the struggle that you guys went, trying to almost fight with your own people to prove that you were a legit genre, you were performing legit music, that you were legitimately entertaining people. Tell us a little bit about the struggle.
Yeah, definitely. The first time we got onto Fest, it was definitely a pull. I think we had to really prove that we deserve to be on the big stage.
And they put on you first.
So
When I was on to
that
IA.
didn't that didn't stop the
Yeah,
vibes. We especially have to give it up to the
I,
fans because the fans put a lot of
yeah.
pressure out there
Yep.
on DFC to make sure we were on the fest that year. Um, and then I think Krell in the Park also sealed the deal when they saw.
yeah,
Also, Krell in the Park, we were on a daytime spot as well, and like that was one of the
Yep.
first times or first very few
Hmm.
times you would have seen Krell in the Park from end to end, pack
End
with
to end,
people,
packed.
and that was
Yep.
that was daytime, hot
It was a
sun,
it was a strategy. It was a
Three
strategy that
o'clock.
they did not expect to work. Well,
right,
the strategy was not
It's for
for in favor of you. The strategy
right,
was
yes.
they're not going to do that great. Let's put them early.
yeah.
Not
hmm
Mhm.
unknowingly that you guys
the
had
fans,
your followers, the fans, and
the
they
fans,
came early because they came to see you. Continue, John.
yeah.
Go ahead. You were saying
Talking
something,
about St.
Josiah?
Joe, St. Jojo, Salisbury, Marigot, Forsty,
Mhm.
Granby. I mean, everybody was just showing out. Cassie Bruce, P. Bush, everybody was just showing
What
out,
was the
man,
first
and
year you
Grand
guys
making sure.
Fork,
performed
Hopefully.
on Korean Music Festival? What what
Fork
what year? What year, Kijon?
Uh, that was
2008.
2008,
2008.
2008, if I'm not
So
mistaken. Yeah, eight
Yes.
and
so
nine.
guys, 2008. So the answer to the question, you guys, what year they first performed at Korean Music Festival? 2008. And the band broke up in 2010. So it's 2008 and 2010. If you answered these two, or you came very close, you'd be part of the top four that will win those vouchers. And obviously, if you followed all the other instructions. So thank you very much, Kijon. So tell us that you were telling us that there was always you were always put in a position where you had to prove yourself to
Yeah,
the powers that be
that be. Yeah.
to put you on the stage. And what did that feel like?
I mean, we were up for the challenge because we knew what the goal was to dominate both locally, regionally, and push the Boya music, out there. So we were always like up for it. It was just like, okay, just another challenge that we have to work harder for. Made us better at what we were already doing, because there were always this kind of thing. Oh, them fellas from Porcy and Teroso band and country fellas that trying to thing, so some promoters might not give us a gig in town. We would have to also push for that, try to pull a string there is who you know and who know you, and just to make our way in, them days when Makushi was swinging, that also helped us out as well to make everybody see, hey, this band deserves some more attention, So,
Mhm.
uh, but we were very happy for all the opportunities that we got and make good on them for
Mhm.
sure.
Where were some of the places that you guys performed besides Dominica? So just to kind of get a sense of, because a lot of times you say, oh, they travel. Where were some of the places that you guys were traveling to, Saya?
We've been to Saint Martin, Anguilla, Guadeloupe, well, several times to Guadeloupe. Um, yeah, there were other even areas that was lined up for us as well, but due to the separations, all that got pushed aside, as in England, the US, Virgin Islands. Those were in line to play to go to. We didn't make it to there. So most of our thing was more centralized around the Caribbean places. Yeah. So one of our biggest base were the French based. So
How
Wada.
did how did the French take to MFR? Because
wow, wow, the
y'all were
French
not
was
really
they
singing
were
a
top.
lot of Creole. So
Basically, at that time, I would not want to not to try to deter any other groups or anything like that, but we actually make one of the biggest breakthrough through the French market at
Mhm.
that
wow.
time. We got that support on that team. We had I worked with some group of guys. They were good promoters at the time, and they worked with us well. And we went through that market, and it was sold out events.
Wow. Wow.
It was astonishing when we went to Guadeloupe. We cannot say nothing bad of of the French islands. This was home. Guadeloupe became like a home to us. Saint Martin was like another home to us. So those places were really onto us for that. We went to Anguilla, and Anguilla we had like two major shows back to back. We went from end to end, and all the promoters were that week during this time our phone will never stop ringing from these places.
Wow.
So this was good.
So the
That for
band
sure I can tell you.
the band breaks up in 2010. What happened to the members? Where did you guys go to? Did any of you, well, I know Chum, you had a stunt with WCK, right? I recall you were pulled on to work with WCK. What happened after, besides Encore? What happened? Any of you had solo encores? I not in name.
Encore.
Encore, encore,
Yeah.
encore. Because we always, I think a huge part of it is that we always put our own
Right.
twang to it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
when y'all broke up and y'all came back and well came out that there was a new band, and you all said it was the core, as you call it, like the core. We were like, core.
Yeah.
Like your core, like
Yeah.
like a different name, like it just like, so it just
Yeah.
stayed. That just stayed before. So don't try and correct me, Benja. I'll say what I want.
Yeah.
So did you guys have like where did you guys go? What happened? Katie, starting with you. Tell us what
Yeah.
happened with you musically.
Yeah, well, I stay busy, and my talent, you have to use it or you lose it. So,
Mhm.
um, um, between after that breakup, I did a stint with First Serenade Band, Midnight Groovers. I also had a local project with Asha and myself. I think one time we met you and was talking about it. So we did a little duo, which turned into something else. It grew. Chum was part of it one time. Yeah, and then I did a few freelancing gigs here and there. Um, until we had Encore again. I think at one point I was doing both Encore and Midnight Groovers,
Okay.
and yeah, until
So
we
you
moved on
played
to
with
Final.
Midnight Groovers as well.
Yeah, I played with Midnight Groovers. I think it was for 2 years or 2 to 3 years. I did that. And we went to Creole Fest. We did the US. I did the US. The last time they were in the US touring, I did that with them as well. California, Connecticut, New York, Atlanta. Yeah. We also did St. Lucia, some other places. I toured with Midnight Groovers. Yeah.
Wow. How about you, Sire?
Well, after the band broke up and stuff, I moved to the US as well, where I also did some music playing with Ranger Band at some point in time, and that was basically it. Then I start focusing more onto myself, my personal
Your
stuff,
personal life. Okay.
Yeah.
Benja.
Well, after the band broke up, remember that I had a funny little situation with the band before.
Mhm.
When with MFR that I couldn't really travel in a certain place, the family's home. So after this, I basically tried to focus in my school, and then I went into business. Basically, I went back to singing in my bathroom, if you want to call it that. But apart from that, when Encore came about, I wasn't a major part of Encore, but every now and then I used to use that time to go do a little performance with them, help them out and stuff like that. But it's pretty much I went back in music. I went back to my bathroom singing.
Chum, chum you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I did, as you know, I did a stint with WCK. You know what I mean? I got a call from the guys. Uh, I think I did a 7 year run with WCK, like 7 years. Those were great times. I enjoyed playing with those guys. In between, I did a lot of production on music for people like Asha Thomas, Shamika Sorendo,
Mhm.
a whole heap of local artists. I did production work for them on their records, and of course Vibes Radio, on the radio, and DJ, on the road and on the
I would say
radio.
I'll be straight with you. You're not that great as DJ. Eh? You're a better producer.
That is good.
Yeah,
You are better. You are better. You are better
no.
producer. I think you
Yeah,
get carried away when you DJing. You get
yeah.
carried away because
I love
you
DJing, but I
no,
think I'm one of
you
the top
you
DJs.
love what you want to listen to. You play Chum, let's play, listen to. You know he's the DJ that plays what he want to hear. So
Yeah.
is today he wake up and he in a buju mood and he don't care what happening around the world, but his buju he playing.
Nah, man,
Right?
radio is different than the road. On the road, you play what's hot, what people like. But on
Mhm.
radio, you play what they need to hear. You need to hear that song. You know what I'm saying? So
Well, you know, you have to play a mix. You have to have you have to have a bit of both. You can't just bring in you can't
right.
only play one. And I remember you used to like to I don't know if you still do it, but you like to sing. You know, you put down the thing and you start singing this song like
Yeah,
as if
man.
that is the artist. singing this song. And
I got
people
I
used
get
to come
plenty
and
Carry on.
tell me, tell Chum to let this song play.
yeah, I get plenty fire for that, man. I get plenty fire for that. I can tell you. Yeah.
Let this song play, Chum. Let
Yeah.
this song play. But you guys have definitely I mean with the exception of Benja that decided he was gonna stick to his bathroom. Why now you decided that we're coming back? Why what prompted this reunion? Katie.
Katie? Okay.
Man,
They just say you don't know me.
I thi- it has always been an option out there floating around, an idea from since the day, because when the band broke up in 2010, I remember the following week I went back to our guitarist at the time, who was part of the management and the whole overseeing, and I, spoke to him and asked him, why didn't he speak up on the band's behalf? Because everything that was said in that letter is things that were being said on the boss when all the band members were there. So it's not something that was a surprise to him.
That he wasn't
He,
privy to.
right, it's not something that he was not aware of. We
Mhm.
because when he was together with us, he would agree to what we were saying. But when it came to down to the wire, the meeting, he nothing was said. He was just mute.
Silent
He
of the
never spoke
Lambs.
up on, yeah, never spoke on our behalf or tried to be the mediator between his family and us, the band members, to see where we can get on a common ground and figure and chat our way forward to get a strategy so that we can move forward in a positive light. At least, even not 100% of our concerns were met, but at least a few of them that were
Mhm.
very much important
Mhm.
and fundamental in for the band to move forward. So, moving from that and all the years passing through, I mean, we always kept in contact. We've spoken to each other like, man, like all the years that passed, we've been talking to each other. It was never like, I never know what's going on. Every time I would come back home, link up with them fellas. If I go to New York, I link up with Saya. Yeah, so it has always been that brotherhood, that camaraderie between us. And we just told ourselves, no one ever, this
Mhm.
year will be 13 years. 13 is a lucky number. I think right now is a very great time for Booyah music. So it's a good time to come back in the ring and put our contribution in to give it even
Mhm.
that further push. Because right
Mhm.
now, I think we even need more Booyah bands, more
We
Booyah
need
music
more, and I
artists.
was about to say that.
We
I
need
was
more.
about to say that we
The
need
more,
more because what's
yeah,
going to start happening is the other islands are going to start
yeah.
Popping.
They have
remaking it.
started. They
I
started
don't.
already. They started already.
They
I mean, the,
started
the guy that
copying.
won, in St. Vincent, I think. You listen to that
St.
track, it's
Lucia,
straight
yeah.
up bouillon, no matter what they say.
Yep.
It's a
Exactly,
bouillon tune.
exactly,
You know what I mean? They can
exactly.
call it what they want. So I
Mhm.
think right now it's all hands on deck to push bouillon forward even further than it is right now. Everybody's now seeing the potential. So I think it's a very good time, perfect time for us to come back into the game and put our
Right.
contribution into it. You know?
But
I'm, I'm,
we can't forget the fans, man. Like every day
Yeah.
I would get, people walking up to me and telling me, boy, I need to bring the band back, and almost every day, And we used to bring that up. We used to bring that up. Like each one of us would get those requests from fans, and we used to bring that up and say, well, if he's like, now is the time because you know what I mean? Yeah.
Of late, I mean, it's kind of shifted a little bit where
Right.
a lot of the bouillon is considered now nasty business. Like a lot of, at least the in the grand scheme of things, the what is being pushed out there is mostly under Ridge brand, like people like Ridge. So big up to Ridge, and DJ Taffy. That is, and even Asa. These are the three that are kind of leading in terms of bouillon in the Caribbean, where people, other people in the Caribbean. What are your views in terms of the lyrical content of what is being played now? Some people have concerns, and Dominicans have always had concerns, and they've always complained. And I agree with the prime minister. I did an interview with the prime minister once, and he said they don't know what they want, and all you really don't know what all they want. What, like, y'all don't know what all they want,
Yeah.
I will.
right?
I wouldn't say that.
What? And so to answer that for me, please, Banja. What would you
Well, the thing
say
is,
about we're talking a little bit about the lyrical content in terms of,
yeah.
because we've heard. I remember following MFR, following Triple K. It's always been like, oh, all is that they just read him. They don't have no lyrics. It's Koshani. Oh, more rubbish. All kinds of, you've heard all kinds of stuff, right? People have said all kinds of things, and then we have now Rage and these guys who've like they're actually front headliners for events now, like headliner, not even like play coming in as a thing. Like Ridge just headlined for my friend's event in St. Lucia, right? So what do you guys have to say about that, Benji?
Well, let me go first. First of all, I feel that Buyo has different expressions. I guess some persons want to bring forth the Buyo in a different manner, in a different way. I guess it's up to them to maybe try to, if they feel that the lyrics of the song is too explicit, they have to have a time and place for that. I believe in that. You have to have a time and place. So, for example, if in case let's say you have some school children in the bus, I don't think you should be playing the nasty business music. So I think it have a time and place, and guys feel that that is the way they want to um, express their music or whatever. That is up to them, right? And
Do
your
you
music is
think
branded.
consideration should be for edited versions, like a more clean
Well,
version
I
to
was getting to that. I
Mhm.
was getting to that because some of the boy artists them they don't I believe they don't want to bring out clean versions. But I think they should go in that way because that's one of the ways you can bring out a clean version. That's one of the ways you can export your music. You can play it on the radio for more people to hear it and this kind of stuff like that. So I think priority number one for guys like Rage and the other guys, they should at least have a clean version because we know
Well,
that.
there's a clean situationship version, and I was at a
Mhm,
picnic the other day, and when that
mhm.
dropped, let me tell you, I went wild. I was like, I forget where I was, like I
Yeah.
was like situationship, I was in it, right? And it was a
I
clean
feel
version. It was.
Right. Yeah,
I
but
feel
we
I
need
listen to. I oh,
Some
sorry. I was on one more point. I feel I listened to a radio show on a well-known radio station, and there was this well-known maybe if you want to call him a DJ, and he was having an interview or he was conducting an interview, and he's actually bringing on the nasty music, the term nasty music. He was kind of blasting it, but I wouldn't support the blasting of that music.
Me
It's
either.
just yeah, it's just telling persons or educating persons as to how when they should play it and maybe getting edited versions because that's in the class is also Buyo as well, right? Is that's in the family of Buyo as well. So
Let me tell you, and the whole world
but
is in nasty business, right now. Not just
yeah,
nasty business bouillon. There's trap, there's rap. Everybody's nasty business in some
hmm
form or
yeah,
shape,
that's my
some people
right?
to hypocrite too.
So
That is pure
that was what
hypocrisy as well because it's
yeah,
hypocrisy because we listen to the rap music with the F and the this and the that, and then when
exactly.
it comes to our music, people blast the artists,
agreed,
So
let
agreed.
me
Thank
let
you
me
very much for
Every
that, Benja.
yeah, that's for real.
Yes, Shamdada.
Yeah. All right. So even when I was in WCK, remember when I was in WCK, reached.
Wait a while, wait a while, wait a while, wait a while. As you're talking about, before you talk, I want to big up Facts God, original Facts Gordon, for sending me the stars. Thank you very much for the stars. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you. Yes,
Facts.
continue.
Yeah,
Continue,
yeah.
Chum.
All right, all right. Even when I was in WCK, I I actually brought up that conversation with WCK about so why we cannot say P what on a song? Why we can't say them things? We listening to it in dancehall,
What is
deep
the
talk.
P? What is P? What you talking about? What P?
P.
You talking about pussy? Is that what you're talking about?
We got
Because it's a part of the human body. I mean,
okay. Wow. Okay,
Wow.
we can yeah, okay, we can yeah, all right. I get it. Right. So I
and
used to
this
bring
and
up
this is the Jael Joseph show. Okay.
right. I love
All
it.
right. Thank you.
Yeah, I used to bring that up to the guys, and Ridge wasn't nowhere in sight at that time, at that
Mhm.
point in time. So I used to bring up that conversation, even big arguments with those guys, and say why we cannot say them kind of thing on a song. Like why? I mean, it's real. You have the hip hop and the dancer we singing and we blasting. Why we can't say that in bouyon music? And right, so I used to bring that up to WCK. I didn't expect WCK to be doing that, but I say we can mesh both worlds together. You know, the MFR, WCK, Triple K, and make something great. No, I remember meeting Ridge. Ridge had called me up and say he want to do something with me. I remember giving him all my rhythms and all MFR rhythms because he was doing this thing in St. Martin. He used to tell me he playing on his keyboard and he singing and he making his shows and he making his money. So we can do a thing. Go SM, go Guada. So I'd bounce up with him and we started working on something. And I remember bringing that same conversation up to him about why we can't say, you know what, if I can do that, that is what I want to do. But at the time, after MFR and Enquad break up, and I say I didn't want to go back in that band business doing that. But we was working on some things, you know, to put out. The man telling me, boy, you're almost 40, boy, you have to do something, you know what I mean? So but I used to bring up that conversation with Ridge and say, well, why we can't say that on a song? I want to hear them kind of things on a song. Not to say like what happened in there no. Because what happened in the producers need to make the clean versions and put them out. You know, you can have the dirty version and the clean version, but it seems like they just want to put out the dirty version. And the DJs have to go and
DJ's
clean it up.
playing.
They have to go and clean it up like
Yeah, I know
themselves.
a lot of DJs have actually had to clean up their music.
Right. They have to
So
go and
so the
clean it up.
encouragement is that, and it seems like it's a general consensus that
Yeah.
there should be, first of all, if you're going to, you either need to have a certain element where you live it out completely, you mask it, or you release the clean version. Because in order, I mean, there are some countries where you actually cannot play it whatsoever, so you kind of prohibiting yourself from those markets, or you preventing yourself from reaching those markets. And I say that not like to anybody, like anybody who wants to put out music, if you, regardless of what you're gonna sing, you have to be able to reach the masses, right? And the masses are normally young people. It's young people that's going to take it
Yeah.
and make it move,
Right.
right? And it has to be, to some extent, not as explicit and as raw, or as the lyrics are
Graphic.
currently. So I completely agree with you. I have another question for you guys though. Now you guys are coming back because you, Kijan, you made some points. You know, you say no. You know, and I agree with you. Now bouillon is the shit. I mean, it's on top. It's, if it's not the top genre right now, I don't know
Yeah.
what else is,
In
because
the region.
I believe in the region. I'm talking in the
Yeah.
region. In
Yeah.
the
Right.
region
Yeah.
right now,
Regional.
bouillon is the
Yeah.
top genre, and bouillon comes from a little country in Dominica with
Yeah.
70, actually 50,000 people. And they say 70, but it's 50,000, right? Real talk, right? They say 70. They need to do a census and update those shitty records, but it's 50,000 people.
Make more
Also,
jail. Make
I
more.
want make more. I replace myself, Andy Manui. I replace myself and I leave that for Chum. Chum that is fruitful and multiplying.
Yeah. I need one more. One more.
One more for Chum.
What would you guys would like to say to the powers that be as it relates to how music is like the do you guys feel like you're nurtured in Dominica? Like do you feel like the people that have the power to market, to help you take you to the next level, do you feel like they give a shit?
No, let me go first
I
here
think
because let me go first because we've had that conversation on air. Remember with Elias?
Yes.
When I used to say I don't find Dominicans and like you said, the people that like the gatekeepers, they don't really understand the value of the creative industry. You understand?
Mhm.
I don't believe they understand the value of that because I believe right now that is the backbone of Dominica. No matter what
yeah,
you can put, I don't care what you want to put forward. I believe the entertainment industry is the backbone of the Dominican economy. You understand?
yeah.
And so the powers that be, like I said, I don't believe they understand the value of creative expression and all of that because compared to the rest of the region, our creativity sort of like subpar compared to other places around the world. If you
Mhm.
watch, but we get in there. We get in there. We're just taking a little bit more time than the rest of the region. Well, no, that our style of music, it's sort of coming out more raw and more real. And right now, people are more real. You know, with social media, I think is part of the reason why that happening. People more real about themselves, uh, about the self-expression.
Mhm.
So that's why I think
Mm-hmm.
the bouillon thing, sort of like cutting through right now, especially in the French region like Saint Lucia, you know, the patois, you know, and Guadeloupe. You know what I mean? People,
Mhm.
those people, they're more like us. So it
Mhm.
really, and they have a thing about them. So when you see Saint Lucians like a thing, it will spread because you know what I mean. They loud.
And not only that, they have more population.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They're twice our population. So
Right.
if we have twice the population, I
Yeah,
mean, a jam can sell out like that. You can
yeah.
sell out a jam like that
Right,
in Saint
right.
Lucia. So
So
you
I
make a,
think yeah, I think we need to put more focus on the creative arts because there's the value of that going to bring the country so far. Because I'm going to say something controversial. Uh, I remember when Encore came out, when we did the press conference when Encore just came out, the Minister of Culture at the time, she did a speech.
Justin Charles.
Okay, you call her name, not me that call
Yeah.
her name. All right, so at the time she came and she gave a great speech, and she gave numbers for all the other islands in the region. And when it came to Dominica, she couldn't give a number because nobody's documenting anything about the music industry. Nobody's documenting anything. You know what I mean? We go off.
I think honestly, like the entertainment industry, the gatekeepers, like you call them, have failed where the
Yeah,
entertainment industry is concerned.
yeah,
I believe that I can strongly say that they failed because we've seen like so many people have come out, and even like I mean this week I had Gordon on my show. Gordon
right.
is a fucking megastar. Like people don't even understand how grand this man is, you know,
Yeah,
like he's
Yeah.
legendary, you know,
right.
and he coming from Dominica
Yeah,
was able to penetrate French market, not two people. French market is Guadeloupe market and
Yep.
all of France, you
right.
know,
Yep.
you
Yeah,
know, and French Saint Martin. So the fact of it is that I feel like we have so much talented people. I've seen people like Asha Thomas and even like Shami Kandi, these people who've wanted to have an actual career in music.
yeah,
They cannot because there's no room for them to grow. There's nothing being done in terms of, okay, we're gonna send you away to a school
Music
somewhere
school.
that you can. I
Mhm.
see this young lady, Kelsey, her mom, I mean, it came out of her mom's pocket. Her mom sent her to a music school in Brooklyn. Now they did a whole event in New York around her. One little girl, She under the age of 25, and she from Dominica, right?
All right.
Because her mother saw that she had potential. And guess what genre she's singing? Jazz.
Jazz. All right.
Jazz. You get what I'm saying? So we have a lot of stars in Dominica, and I feel like we need to put a little, we need to reshift and
Yeah.
understand that we can't put all this focus on only selling passports. We can't put all this focus on tourism. Like we have to. It's better to diversify so it
On
can fall.
custom. The custom duty too high.
We're not I'm not in politics to follow. I'm just saying that we cannot put all this emphasis on just a few things and not look at the grand scheme of things. Because there's a lot of
Right.
talented people in Dominica.
Yes,
Charm,
yes.
Charm, it's my show.
Oh.
Charm, it's my show. I have a question from someone I gotta bring on. And I know I always have to put a pin on you. Lil Miss Bold is asking, will you guys continue, or will you guys content be joining the nasty business route, or will y'all keep to what y'all know and stand for? That
Let me
is
answer
what her question. Go ahead, Keidra.
that. Before there was this whole uproar about nasty business,
Nasty
MFR
business.
was already down that route. You talk about Jello. Have you ever opened like a book? So I mean, all
Bend
that
down
is
low.
down the nasty business road. Bend
Bend
down
down
low.
low.
So long before there was this hype around the nasty business, we were already going on that road. I mean, Serenade have under the mango tree, Triple K have Crevice and
Sus,
Seuss,
Sus.
sus. Mhm.
you know? So I mean, there's always been this thing going on. It's just that now it's up to the
It's
surface where
raw.
everybody is
It's
more
raw.
comfortable with their
So if you
sexuality
guys
and
Yeah.
everything.
produce something where that is uh, on par with the nasty business, you also plan to produce the clean version.
Definitely.
Definitely. But we have
Def-
always been a balanced band. We've talked about social ills, like when we talk about state of
So
emergency.
commentary.
We talk about
Mhm.
international politics.
Ghetto.
There's one song we talk about the drone that fell in Iran, and that flew over people's head. You know, we
Mhm.
have a song about that. Ghetto,
The ghetto
talking about all the poverty that
streets.
people are facing, a single mother, street life, and all that. So we've always been a balanced band, not just focusing on one
And
thing.
you plan to
But,
maintain that.
that is
And you
correct,
Yes.
plan to
definitely.
maintain that.
Of course.
Hey
Of
Yeah.
Ju,
course.
no, sorry. Ola Pepe is asking, what can we expect from MFR? Will it be a reunion tour where we'll get to enjoy our favorite classics, or will the band be recording new music?
New music is already in the works. We definitely working on some new records, some new tracks, and we want to put out a double album. Because some of our tracks from old are not studio versions, so we want to put them in
Yeah.
the studio version. You get that classic MFR sound and the new MFR, which is up to par with.
You said that, and all I could think about was CD. I don't know why. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
CD. Well,
digital,
you said album, and I'm like, a CD. We
album.
getting
Yeah,
a
yeah,
two.
yeah,
We getting, like, I just saw like a two-fold CD with
yeah, yeah,
one
yeah.
side with the new and one side with the old.
Right.
Okay, a double.
But
Ooh, sorry.
nothing could beat that though. But CDs don't sell anymore. But people still put out albums,
digital.
streaming,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Digital.
we're
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah,
be doing
I know that. I'm aware of that.
right.
It's just that when you said it, all I saw was a
You saw the
CD.
CD,
You know,
yeah.
like I just saw the CD. I just saw the CD. In terms of the new branding, Asaya was speaking earlier on, and he mentioned that you guys are rebranding, or you guys have rebranded MFR. Tell us a little bit about the rebranding, Saya.
Well, in relation to the rebranding, as you can see from your flyer, the logo for one, first off, we have changed over the logo from the old time classic with that orange feel, like a fire burning sensation, to more of a modern feel. If you look at it, we've changed the whole idea of the logo. So that's one part of the rebranding structure. We've moved from the old logo to a whole new logo. The other aspect of it is, well, the naming of the meaning to the band. We've changed some of that around as well. So, and have everything re-registered under the whole new system for the government, through division of culture, for everything. We have structured everything in a more professional way that we can to moving forward. We
So
have
tell us
no
what it means. You said
restrictions.
you read. Tell us what the new meaning. What is the
That should
new
be something
meaning?
we should have as a unveiling, But
My brother, you here and you're going to give us what the new meaning is. Like,
the new okay. So now the new meaning to it is now made for reading. So the music for real is
Wait
not
for
we've changed
Rito.
out of music for real to made for reading.
as
So
in
that's
redeem, as
so
in RIDDIM, redeem
no no
or
no no no
rhythm?
no no no. Rhythm.
Rhythm.
Read him anyhow you
Rhythm.
want to say it. Anyhow you
Rhythm.
want to say it.
Yeah.
Okay, okay,
Read him.
okay. All right. So you guys have done some
But we still
rebranding.
yeah.
So
But
you
it's
mentioned that you're going to be doing a double album. You mentioned that you're doing a rebranding. You're gonna do so. Is there going to be a new management structure in place? Because that's what
Hey.
screwed y'all up the first time around,
okay.
right?
Well, actually,
Self-managed.
this time around we operate as a team. We are the band and we are
Let me
us.
tell you.
But we will be
Wait, 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 wait,
established.
wait, wait, wait.
Let me get
Josiah,
it.
Josiah,
You jump
Josiah.
it.
Anything with more than one head is a monster. I
All
want you.
right, but
I
that's
go to
why
warn you. I go to warn you in advance. And
that's
do
where you
not.
cut me off.
Okay. To continue.
So right. So in the event of we structure ourselves as a group, as a team, we establish ourselves as a brotherhood, which we've been for years. And in support to that, what we are doing, we're structuring teams, we're structuring a marketing team. We are trying to have agents throughout the different regions and different aspects of that. Presently on island, we do have an agent on island as well, working with. So that's what
By
we
the
sort of
name of
have in stem to structure for now.
Yeah, because the understanding is that you guys are in different places. So a lot of
yeah,
Right.
it, and let me tell you, being in different places has nothing to do with the price of rice in China because everything can be done
yeah,
remotely, right?
yeah.
Once
The
you
world is a village.
precisely. So I'm not
Yeah,
even like I'm not even going to be like, oh, you're all in this. How is that going to work? Because I know it's
yeah.
going to. It can work.
That's
Yeah.
easy.
Anything
That's
So
easy.
can work right now. It can work.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
I mean, we've seen for decades. We've seen bands or even artists perform on tracks without ever meeting the person, and
yeah. Perf-
so it can happen.
Perfect example is Kassav. Everybody in Kassav don't live in France.
Exactly, exactly.
And it's been like that for years.
And their
And all of
market
them have this
is
solo project. Yeah.
exactly.
So
I have another
it's been
question.
working.
So somebody has a concern that a lot of bands have been performing your music over the years. The years that you've been gone. So because you've been gone for 13 years. So other bands have reproduced your music, played it. Have you guys decided to copyright or are you so that's as if Aman is asking, have the group decided to copyright their new music? So what in terms of, and I think I'll probably kind of switch that question around, like, what are you guys doing in terms of protecting your rights as musicians?
Well, we're doing everything legit. Everything is gonna be legit this time around. Like before, we just put music out and there was no kind of legal binding, legal um, strongholds behind that. But now we're gonna do everything how it's supposed to be done. And local artists, local bands playing our music is to me is a great thing. It's a great thing because when we just started, we started playing
Mm-hmm.
other people's music, covers and stuff like that. So we don't have a problem with local artists playing our music. It's just that you cannot take our music and put it as your own and sell it, which is which is
Mm-hmm,
basic. You know what I mean? So
mm-hmm,
but once we put out music, that music it will be legit and it will be copyrighted and protected. So we'll be getting our publishing from moving forward any music we put out.
I
Uh,
am very excited to see you
yeah,
guys. Like, I'm very excited to hear what you guys are going to come up with.
right.
I think a lot of you, all of you have grown. You've experienced different things, even if you were just in your bathroom. You've experienced different things throughout the last 13 years that have caused you or that have kind of probably kept you guys relevant, one, but also caused you to grow. and with growth, you have to actually I want to see that, and I want to feel that when I get the new music. And I know Kidron sent me some, because you guys have recorded some of the music, and it's more like a mastered track, some of your old songs, and it sounds so much better than the live. Like if you have a loudspeaker, like I put that on my loudspeaker, and I was like, oh my god, I could have an MFR jam right now in my apartment. So, like, it sounds so good. It sounds still so, like I mentioned at the beginning, it sounds still so relevant. It sounds so current. It sounds like it does not sound dated back in 2004, 2007. It just sounds like it's happening now. So I'm looking forward to that. Your first performance as a band will be when? Because some folks want to know, some folks are asking, some folks have not seen the flyer yet. So some folks are asking, when will be your first performance as a band? When can they expect to see you guys together, live and in living color?
Well,
Okay. I'll be October 26th for the Mad Festival by Mira Entertainment and Danger Dane. Mad Festival. So that's Miguel Labadie and Danger Dane coming together.
I want to know. I want to know, how did that happen? Did you guys contact them and tell you you're ready, or did they contact you and ask you? I thought you tried. How did that happen?
Well, there was an earlier conversation that happened a couple years ago with Danger Dane Entertainment, and that went cool for a while, you know. And then when we came back right now, our current booking agent is Miguel Labadie. So Miguel Labadie is our current booking agent in Dominica, Mira Entertainment. Just so happened that they were in the planning stages of Mad Festival. So we got that opportunity for Mad Fest and just run with it.
I know Mad Fest will be great. And get your tickets if you haven't gotten your ticket yet.
Yeah, ticketpal.com, Mad Festival. Make sure you get your tickets right now. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I had another question, and y'all lost me. Y'all, boy, let me tell you, that is the worst, because I got down with it. Beats me. Because I had another question.
You have to write that down, man.
No, Kidron, you messed me up there. Yes, that is the question. It come back. Let me tell you. I just have to talk about it a little bit and I'll get it. So now that you guys are back together, what members or which members of the band will not be part of this band right now?
Well, all members are welcome, you know. Is there that have to make the decision?
Let me tell you. When you see y'all on the 26th, who will probably not be on the stage? Because folks are asking and I'm going back to the chat that it's not going to. There's some people are saying it's not going to be the same if Lionel isn't there. It's not. People have been commenting. So
that is just 0.1%.
And the person in the back that say wait and see. We're not waiting. We don't want to wait and see nothing. We want to ask the question.
Wait and see, man.
99.99% original. October 26th, Mad Festival.
Boy, that's gonna take a lot of convincing. Including family.
You see, we can not everything we can just come out and just have to just say everything. Sometimes you have to wait and see, right? If you come on the night and then you're gonna see for yourself what it's gonna be like.
Come on the night and see, and you will see what's up.
If every question you're gonna ask, not every answer we can just pop it there, because some things have to be a surprise. Let the fans have their own feel of it too when the time comes. And we're ready. We're ready.
I'm speaking from a fan's perspective, from a journalist perspective. I'm speaking from all kinds of perspectives, right?
Let the fans have everybody. Yeah, well, at that point in time, right now, you're speaking as Jael Joseph.
So Susie will be there. So it's the Jael Joseph show. Susie will be there for sure, 100%.
He probably online
right
or
now,
somewhere watching.
Right now, we'll be there 100%.
Yeah.
Chum Dada will be there, 100%. Saya will be there, 100%. Benja will be there, 100%. KD will be there, 100%. Lionel, where will he be? I don't know. I'm not sure. How much percent is Lionel?
In the sky.
Well, I want to know.
Let me put it like that. I'll be open to it. Let me put it like that. Let me put it like that. We will all be present. I'll be hoping to see him right there on the stage with us that day.
Yeah,
I mean, because
that is our dream. That is what we go. Every member on here, I'm proud to say I enjoy every moment with each and every one of them on the stage. And that is like my life dreams, to just retire into MFR, nothing else. And to have everybody here, everybody that's original MFR be present that day.
Somebody say like Zeba.
If you imply that is not, that someone's missing, then to my knowledge, I would hope that person,
my brother,
whoever you imply that's missing,
will
be present.
Is missing on the live.
Be present
three people
on
not
that
on
day.
the live. I asking a question. I asking a question. We want to know.
I'm waiting for that day.
They there.
I'm waiting for that day.
What?
Yeah, what I playing there?
That's what I playing it.
Right. We have the craziest story ever.
Yeah.
That moment in
that
time.
live.
Kijon.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to get that story.
I want Dominicans all over the world to hear that story about that day.
That live.
That is one for the history books.
We
had to kidnap Kijon from the hospital. The man was in drips with tubes inside.
Hold on.
Tell them the story.
Chum, you use some kind of words on the live there. You say you volley. Today there you volley. You volley. Now you kidnap. But what kind of story that? What kind of renegade bandit?
Basically, we had to kidnap the
Jael.
man from the hospital.
Yeah. So what was happening the previous year leading up to that was Carnival opening in Roseville, right? So leading up to that, we were playing for Posse Carnival Committee from December the previous year all the way up to Carnival. So it was like every weekend. On top of that, we were playing other gigs around the country. So my diet was sucking at that time. Sleep was a no-go.
Your diet was sucking? Did that somebody was
sucking? Lacking. Your diet was lacking.
Something was sucking the diet.
Pause. So my diet was like real. It was I was not eating properly.
You were not taking care of yourself.
He was hungry.
Yeah, it was just busy time. So I ended up blacking out in my kitchen.
You were dehydrated.
I was just bad health. So spent a night in the hospital. The next day was opening. Roseville. So they gave me the IV overnight to rejuvenate the electrolytes and everything. Brought me back. Back to normal levels. The guys in Roseville, blowing up my phone. They're already on the truck. We're trying to get a green light from the doctor to see if I can be released to make it in Tongue in time for the opening.
But meantime, on top of that, Froggy.
Froggy from Triple K was already on standby if I couldn't make it.
Froggy was on the truck already, my brother. So
he was on the truck.
Froggy was already on the truck. So with all that happening, I think at that time, none of the bands, there was some tug of war happening with other bands in Tongue and DFC again and the Festival Carnival Committee. So none of the bands agreed to go on the road for opening. But Ian Douglas was the Minister of Tourism at the time, and they told Ian Douglas to bring up his contingent from Posse for Roseville opening. But they never specified what they want. So Ian brought MFR, the Posse flag wavers. We had Sensei, Lapo Cabwit, and maybe the whole of Posse up Roseau that day for opening. I still in the hospital Portsmouth, on that drip, Matthew, and all that happened in Roseau. So Alvin Carbon at the time, which was our I would say our stage hands. He came to the hospital. He brought some I think it was a ginseng extract, small little bottle, man. And by the time we drink that, we going up tongue. So we moved out of the hospital.
You burst something.
We break out of the hospital. I still have the
drumstick.
the part that goes into your under your skin. I still have that attached to me. All right. So the tube is out, but I still have the part attached to my hand. All right. And then we stopped by Peroke. We got some food, and man, we went to Roseau. And when them guys saw me, everybody was just elated. Everybody was happy.
You're elated.
Everyone was like, you can't believe they seen me there, because they want checking me. I under some serious health care there on the hospital. And we made it happen, man. When you hear that beat, Mr. Katie, give me some, that. That was just everything was just rushing, man. The adrenaline, I was so happy to be back. It was just like.
Let me ask the band members a question. That guy that gave the introduction about people along the way. Do you know that guy?
Who's
Does anybody know that guy?
I think it was a police officer, Officer Packet.
A police officer.
No.
Boy, Mr.
Yeah, police officer
came on the mic.
I think it was a police officer. Yeah.
People
and
along the route.
also,
give them some space. Let them pass.
Please.
Let them display what they bring from Posse. Run it. Yeah. Yeah, man.
Even Hunter was on the truck that day too. Hunter, the Calypsonian.
Yeah.
We played for Hunter. It was just a crazy time, man.
Yeah, some people are saying that was the first time they came opening of Carnival. That was the first time they came opening of Carnival, because people wanted to see what Portsmouth had to offer and what Portsmouth was going with. And some folks are saying, like Chantal is saying, I believe that opening in Roseau, people fell in love is when they really fell in love with MFR. Roseau people. Roseau people really fell in love with
because
MFR.
Everybody was surprised. I recall that, everybody was like, who's that man? Where that man come from? That was when Roseau, And that year I remember the whole parade got squashed because everybody took the streets.
Too much people. Too much people.
Well, Ian Douglas on the live. Ian Douglas is saying Ian Douglas on the live.
Yeah.
So big up to Ian Douglas.
Big up Ian Douglas one time. Yeah, man.
For coming on he was the tourism
honorable.
Minister at the time. The
Minister
honorable
of tourism at the time.
Well, he's not an honorable anymore. He's no longer a minister.
He's no ambassador.
He's
an
he's an ambassador. Right, Ian is my dog. Just a
He's a senior.
Take it easy.
Just how I just give you my picture, so I just give Ian. So Ian is home people. Ian is home people. That's Ian what I want. My mouth is mine. I'm somebody saying, Lawrence Etienne is saying, I'm loving this interview with MFR. Folks are enjoying the interview. They're saying thank you very much to you guys for your contribution to music. You guys really did an amazing thing. What you guys did, you guys really did not play. Like y'all really just gave us music that we could enjoy, and we had so much fun. People would dance like there was nobody being flower pot. Like people would just dance from the time you guys came on stage to the time people didn't want to leave. Rain falling and people not moving.
I see woman Guiji on the open like a book on the road. Guiji the knees going down on the road on the open like a book. I see that.
Anything you guys want to say before we wrap this up? This is where we shut it down for the night. It was a pleasure having you all on here. You guys are a family to me. I've known you guys forever, and anything I can do in my power to elevate you guys, to keep y'all there and relevant, I will definitely do at a cost. Obviously, I'm not doing free shit anymore.
Obviously.
Duh.
But you
But-
just know you,
I'm just, I'm just putting it out there.
just know you're on the marketing team.
People always be like, oh, no, but let me tell you, people just come up. I not Jael not doing nothing for exposure anymore. I don't need no exposure.
Yeah.
No exposure.
Yeah.
That
Right? So
business.
Yeah.
what do you guys want to say to the fans? Just
Well,
Saya, start with you. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Oh, you
start
want to go
with
first,
Saya.
Benji?
Well, first,
I was going from the top and then I was coming down to you. But Benji,
Okay.
if you want to go first, go ahead. Go ahead. You seem
Well,
like you're ready.
I'll take the first. No, I'll take the first shot. First of all, I just want to recognize one big person, one big player. He's no longer alive today. Alwyn for Club DVD. That guy was he was a major part in us coming out there. I mean, God bless his soul. There are some other people like Fats. I'm not sure you guys remember Fats at Marigot.
Big
I
fans.
can remember
Yes.
Fats brought us.
He was on the live. He's on the live.
What?
Okay, well, big up
Yes,
to you,
those
Fats.
were-
Big up
those-
one time.
Fats was the
we don't forget
beginner
you.
of it.
We don't forget you. Yeah, we don't forget you. You was the first person that brought us on one of the biggest stages and had us perform. Like, I can never forget that. And then he gave us some food and stuff like that, make us feel at home. You check what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Another thing is the fans. I mean, you guys have been crying for this for years. Been in the barbershop, working and other places in school, and you guys have been asking for this for a long time. And I'm telling you, we're gonna bring it to you guys hard on the 26th and beyond, Don't forget this and beyond. All right. So I want to give the fans a big thumbs up for having us there and never give up on us and stuff like that. Also to the band members, right? Those are on the live right now. You guys never stop. We never stop. Chum never stop. Rainer never stop. Susie never stop. And I think we missed out something important. I don't want to be too long, but we missed out on something that people maybe say Lionel wasn't a part of it, but in the beginning, Lionel was a major part of planning a reunion. I'm not sure how it's gonna be later down, but he was part of it. So I want to pick up everybody, and Jael, your show. I respect your show. Big up to your show. I love it.
Thank you very much. Chum, your turn.
Yeah, man. The band is excited. The band is excited to be coming back out on the road, on the stage, making new music, and just bringing Booyah music a little bit more further wherever it is it's going. We want to do something positive to the music industry in Dominica, and we want to thank the fans for always believing in us, and all your hard work, your hard dollars you spend coming in our jams and supporting the vibes. We appreciate you, and all those people that used to harass me about why the band break up and the band need to come back, and the moment is here, and we're excited to be performing at Mad Festival. That's the debut. Back for the first time.
Yes.
Yes, back for the first. Excited to do Mad Festival. Make sure you get your tickets early.
It's wrapping up. I think it's wrapping up now.
Coming up to that event. I just want to thank all our supporters right now. Keep supporting Booyah music. Some people have reservations about where it's going and what's happening right now, but just keep supporting the thing, because like I said, the music industry is a major factor in the Dominican economy, and yeah, we need to do more for Booyah music, Dominican artists, and yeah. So once again, thank you, and we're excited to be doing all of that. The band members, all the thing already. With a unit, with a team, and we can be successful if we just hold the line. So you know what I mean. So let's just hold the line.
Thank you, Cham. Just I unmute your mic, but now you can talk. Your turn. Unmute your mic. The person in the back was talking as in them. They want the jail live. You're live.
Well, first of all, I would like to say to you, Jael, I'd like to say thank you to you for hosting us there this evening.
Right.
Well.
I'll send the bill. I'll send the bill later.
You put that in your marketing
Let
bill.
me tell
Put
you.
that in your marketing bill.
Mhm.
I'd like to say thanks to you for hosting us today. At least you become the luckiest of all to get the first hit. You
Exclusive.
came hard at us, and you came hard at us, and
Yeah,
you put us in some in the corner spot. But yes,
I see
at least
Kenny,
it worked out. We went through.
Kenny shake me under that. Can I tell you, like, I
Yeah,
doesn't play,
you
I
made me
doesn't play.
sweat. I was sweating. I was like, "Geez, look how much you
Yeah.
You think
just right
MFR
today."
doesn't play, I doesn't play. I fret with Kenny, we and all. Like,
Yeah.
we don't never talk about I fret in him, Right, Kenny?
Yeah.
I
Mm-hmm.
fret
My
in him,
lo-
but
my
Second of
loyal
all,
vacation.
second of all, also too now I would like to, apart from just thank you, I'd like to thank my guys, my whole team, the boys. Um,
Yeah, man.
we are like one unit to Chum, Benja, Kidron, Susie, Raina, all the others, everybody that have been in the background, Miguel, um, Danger, all these guys in the background that have been around the team supporting that through. Um, I want to say thanks to all of them. And also to the fans, we'd like to say a major thank you to you for always being there for us, always being on our back, always being at us, asking for that, seeing, hoping that that thing can come through someday. Because if you all would not on our back or at us, probably we would have just given up on it and leave it as that. But just hearing from you on a daily basis, on sometimes you return home and everybody will be at just say, "Oh, boy, when you're gonna do that? When are you gonna do that?" I have to be saying like soon, one day, soon, soon, soon. Like right now, we actually put everything in play, listen to you all, and we put everything in play, and we came back on board to make sure we have that done for you all. So
Yeah.
that being said, we want to say thank you all for that. Always being loyal and real to us. So look out for us on the 26th of October.
Okay.
We are in play to put on a real show, something real massive for you all. Also too, we have one of our first hits will be first music will be probably releasing was is actually a tribute, sort of a tribute to them, to you, the fans. If you listen to it carefully, the words, and then once it releases, you'll sit back and you'll
leave
understand
some
it
for us. You see, that is
and
when I'll
have that
tell
feel
you,
for it.
leave some for element of surprise. You've spoken enough.
Right.
Make the whole
So
song
that's
play.
what I'm saying.
Good night, good night, Josiah.
So that's what I'm saying. So now let's wait on to that, and then we look out for that, and then yeah, see you all in October.
Well,
Expect good things.
at least Dominicans, those of you who have not bought your tickets yet to Dominica because you're still waiting for the lunch or the breakfast
Yes.
or the dinner of Creole Music Festival. You're still waiting for the dinner to launch. You can
Tickets
buy your tickets in advance because Mad Festival is happening,
online.
right? Buy your
Yeah.
tickets for Mad Festival, and after Mad Festival, we always have Creole Festival. I mean, it's a given, right? Right,
Hmm.
Kidron,
Yeah.
your turn.
Yes. Yeah. So thanks again, Jael, for having us tonight
One thing
and
he
giving
does
us the
Jael me.
opportunity.
He doesn't call me Jael, not Jael.
Yeah.
No, Jael.
But
Ja,
so I just got to
Rastafari.
say it.
Yeah, but thanks again, for keeping it real as always. And yeah, we just want to say thanks to the fans, thanks to all the promoters out there. Looking forward to working with you guys, rekindling that relationship. All those around the region as well, specifically. Um, look out for the band October 26th, Mad Festival, ticketpile.com. You can purchase your ticket right now. I want to thank my family as well. Right now everybody has grown. Now married men with
Everybody
a
big, we only have
family.
children, we and all kind
So
of thing.
so it definitely
But
took
all you
a
have
lot.
children, all you have children. Chum have
Yeah,
an army.
yes.
Chum has an army.
Yeah, it definitely
Chum is building
it
a football
definitely
team.
no, I'm saying it definitely takes a lot, there's a bit of sacrifice, being taken
In a
to make
band,
this
yes,
happen,
yes, yes.
So I want to thank my wife and my kids for, giving me the opportunity to go back on stage and express myself and my talent. I have been doing it over the years, but this group of guys is something special to me. It's something that happened in my life that it's really made Katie. Everybody know Katie as MFR drummer. So
Mhm.
I want to thank them for that.
Are you guys have
Um,
launched your Facebook page yet? Do you guys have your
yes,
stuff?
Oh
yes. Right
yes,
now
oh
we're
yes,
just
yes.
through
People wanna know if
Instagram.
they can find you guys. Yeah.
Yeah, we're on
Yep.
Instagram, MFR Band 767, Facebook MFR Band 767. So you can link us up on there. Soon you will see the TikTok and the threads and the fan base and all that as we grow along and get some content out there. But as of right now, yeah, it's live. So big up 767, big up DA. Cannot wait for October. It's gonna
Yes,
be
Yep.
yes,
mad,
yes.
mad
It's gonna be mad. It's gonna
festival.
be
It's my
mad.
birthday as well, you know.
I
So
wanna thank you guys
whole
for coming
package.
out for thanking. I think I picked. I was going. I talk to Chum every now and again, and every time somebody sees Chum and they know me, they message me. Jael, look your partner. We look your sunny side of partner. Like they always people message. Chum, I know all your business. So if you see, I know all your chicks and them, and your chicks and your ducks and your kittens. I know all of them. Because people say, hey, Jael, I see, I see Chum with a kitten. So Chum, I know all your business. But I just when I thought about this interview, I was like, boy, I think Chuma give me a 649. Kid is the one. Kid is the one.
Yeah,
But I really want to say thank
the
you very much.
target.
Yes, you were the target. I just want to say thank you very much, you guys, for allowing me to be the one to to talk to share your story, to
Yeah,
share a bit of your story, because it's not the full story,
right.
but it's because you have a big story, but to share a part of your story and to share on your journey. And I'm looking forward. I know a lot of us are looking forward to seeing what you guys have. Those of us who were MFR fans from the beginning, we're definitely looking forward to what you guys have coming out, past music. Definitely looking forward. And those of you who are gonna be new to this MFR experience, this made for reading experience, just stay tuned. Stay tuned. And I say stay tuned like as if I'm already part of the band. But stay tuned because I know. Let me tell
Yeah,
you, us Northerners, we don't play. We don't play, right? We don't play, right? Us Northerners.
we
Katie,
don't
what you want to
play.
say? What you was gonna
Yeah,
say?
man. Nah, this one's big up everybody. Definitely for the well, we don't have to say too much about the upcoming tracks and stuff, but
So can you just
in,
can
in
you just be
general,
quiet now? I give you your time. Now it's my time. I'm wrapping up the show. It's the end of the show. I'm saying bye bye, guys. The fans, those of you who
yeah,
are on the live, those of you who shared. I want to say I really appreciate you guys. Thank you very, 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 very much for coming on and showing love, showing so much love to MFR. And
yeah,
showing love to me. Thank you very much. Those of you who send stars, I truly appreciate you. My sister who's there in the background, and Aurelie is like, let me tell you, she was like sending
For real?
questions, ask them that and ask them that. And my producer extraordinaire, my sister, my Siamese twin. I want to say thank you
yeah,
very much
man.
to her and Samaj for putting down the helping me to put this show together. I have a team. I have a team that I work with. So I work with a three-man show, and we put stuff together. And thanks to the sponsors, guys, I want to say goodbye to you all so I can say my thank you. It was a pleasure having you all on. I really appreciate you, all
Thank
of
you,
you,
JL.
and
Much
and we
love.
look forward. We
Thank
look
you. Much
forward
love.
to bigger, bigger, bigger things from you,
Yeah,
from y'all. All
yeah,
right, all
yeah,
right.
man.
All
Yes,
right.
yes.
Bye. All right, guys. That's it. That's it for the show. That's it for the show. I just want to say thank you very much to the crew MFR for joining us here tonight, and thank you to all those of you who came on the live. My sponsors, I want to big you guys up in a big way. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very much to my sponsors for making this work. Thank you to you, the fans of MFR, the Posse Massive, the Northerners, Roseau, Dominicans, all those of you who support MFR. Big up yourself. This is where we wrap it up for this week. We'll be back next week. We have more for you. So I don't even know who I have next week. We'll have people coming next week. Stay tuned. Follow my page if you have not. Follow me. This show is actually streamed live on LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube. We got people on Facebook. Oh my God, the folks on Facebook, the folks on YouTube. I want to big them up. There was Tessa and Adil, and you guys all were on the YouTube stream. I want to big up the folks on the LinkedIn stream. Thank you very much for tuning in, and the Twitter stream. Thank you very much for tuning in. This is where we wrap it up. I want them to know. MFR don't play.
I want them to know. MFR don't play. But even the sweetest, they are. Walk it up, 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 walk it up. This is Carnival. Walk it up, walk it up, walk it up, walk it up, walk it up.
I'll see you guys